Hello. Hello. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. I am sorry that I overslept. I don't even know when I went to sleep to have... When did I go to sleep to have woken up at that time? Hey, Lily. Hey, Golan. I went to sleep at like 5 and woke up at 9, so I slept for like 4 hours. Oh, dear. Hello, Torrigan and Nicopol. Yes, I did enjoy the nap, except for the moment when I woke up and I was like, it's really dark. What time is... Oh. You know that feeling when... Have you guys ever had one of those moments where... Oh, hey, Marco. Hey, Max. Okay, I'm gonna post a link where you guys can vote on the game that we're gonna play, because we have a smaller amount of time than usual, and so my plans went up into the air, and I was like, I don't know what I should play anymore. Have you guys ever had one of those situations where... I had this happen to me when I was a teenager, where you go to sleep and you take a nap in the evening, and when you wake up, it looks like it's dawn? And it, like, you look at the clock and it says that it's like 7. Like, when this happened to me, I woke up and it was 7 o'clock and it looked like it was daylight outside. And I, like, started screaming because it was supposed to be a school day. So I thought that I had woken up at 7 in the morning. And I was, like, really mad at my parents. I was like, why didn't you wake me up? I'm gonna be late for school. I have a test in the morning. And they were like, Cara, it's evening. It's still the same day. Calm down. Go sit down. You're stressed. Hi, Connor. No Silent Hills. I mean, it was a nice nap. It was a very long nap, so I must have needed it. I've been trying to move my schedule so that I'll wake up earlier in the morning, but I'm definitely still in that part of transition where you're like, okay, and you like lay in bed and you're like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and you stare at the ceiling like, oh man, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm tired. I need to wake up early. 3 hours later, you fall asleep. So that's probably why this happened. You rarely take naps? I'm so jealous of you. It's never happened to you? Oh. Only happens to you in the winter. Connor's had that multiple times, and so has Sunshine, so that's good. I feel less crazy. Oh, cool. So, Journal is winning. Um, that's relatable. Journal is a game that I think I bought a while back because it was cheap and on sale or something. I don't actually know that much about it. So I would love to play it, and it's supposedly only 2 hours long, so it should only take us one, or I guess now 2, because I overslept, streams to play. And we can all get a break from Steins Gate, even though I like it. 4 hours of sleep a day. Man, I haven't been able to do that since I was in high school. Hey. Hey, Harm. Yes, I do have a P.O. box. Oh, dang it. I was gonna add that to Nightbox when I woke up, and I forgot. I do have a P.O. box now, so if anybody had anything that they wanted to send, you can do that now. Um, Exploring the Childhoods. We'll call it Journal, because that is the name of the game we're gonna be playing now. Boop. You guys have chosen it. So, goodbye, Josiah. Thank you for your beautiful music. I'll start up Journal. Whoa! Whoa! This is very loud on my ears. Okay, we'll see if you guys can see it. There it goes. Okay. Journal it is. It isn't that loud? Okay, good. I tried to turn it down so it wouldn't overwhelm you, but woo, on my end I was like, wow! Volume. I don't even think that that changed anything. Okay, I'll turn it up for you guys. How does that sound? Is that appropriate? Hello? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Snorp. I'm not sure about that, Bard, because I did ask them and I did ask Todd at least, and he seemed uncomfortable with that since, like, he was like, if I'm gonna be getting stuff, I should have to chip in for it, and I don't want to chip in for one, so I'm not sure that he'd be comfortable with that, but... Okay, now I just gotta tweet it out. With journal. Let's explore. Let's explore a girl's childhood. I guess? I don't know how to pitch this. I don't really know. It's about... Yeah, let's redefine... Let's redefine our childhoods. Yep, that's the best pitch that I can make. I'm not a marketer. Okay. I'm really sorry to hear that, Egg and Snorp. I hope that you guys are feeling okay. Okay. Let us go. Enter? Okay, how do I not enter? Space? What button do you want me to hit to make this go? Hitting all of the buttons. None of the buttons are working. It's not enter. It's definitely not clicking. How is that possible? Oh, duh, because we're not continuing. Oh my god, you guys, I'm so dumb. I didn't just wake up. What are you talking about? All of my faculties are here. Oh. 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 I mean, I thought this was gonna be like a chill, happy game, but this music gives me the impression that we're gonna be exploring some really scary things. Pens. Erasers. Susan Wiley.
I've kept a journal for as long as I can remember.
Oh, we're British. Or something. Or
I
Australian.
used it to chronicle my every thought and dream.
Man, I'm glad I don't have to talk.
Until the day I opened it to find it completely blank.
I'm probably not gonna sleep very well, Egg. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Oh, I can walk. Wow, we walk real fast. Spacebar? Yeah, I guess it is blank. There's only dots. Okay, I guess we'll leave.
I feel like there's something up with my mother lately. She always means well, but something's off. It's just a feeling.
You have a very pretty accent, I'm gonna tell you that. Congratulations on being born where you were born. Hi, sweetie. Hey, Mom. Do you need me for something? I don't know who Elena is, so journal. You do something to my journal? Do something? You mean you can't find it? No, the pages are all blank. I haven't touched it, sweetie. You know I wouldn't snoop. Well, somebody's been snooping. Pages just don't go blank on their own, you know. Ooh. I don't know what to say, honey. You sure you didn't do anything? Let's not argue about this, honey. I haven't even seen it. Those are your private thoughts. If something's happened to your journal, it wasn't something I did. I just don't understand it. Try not to worry about it too much, hon. I'll try, but I'm always here to help. This mom seems so supportive. The pencil next to the paper is surprisingly sharp. Yeah, you could definitely stab a human with that. Have you seen Elena recently? I thought you were supposed to be seeing her today. Is something the matter between you two? Totally forgot. No, nothing's wrong. That's good. Elena's a nice girl. She needs a good friend like you to bring her out of her shell a little bit. Why do you say that? She just seems a bit quiet. Does she have many friends at school? Are we, like, making a decision about her personality? Or wait, is this supposed to be us responding to the mom? Or is this supposed to be us talking about our friend's personality? I'm gonna assume she was trying to be nice about it. Not really. I don't know why. We get along well enough. It's one of those pencils that's like so satisfyingly sharp and you're like, man, I can't wait to write, and then you just touch it to the tip and it goes and then suddenly it's like super, super thick and all of your words have little streaks on the inside of them because not all the... it's crumbled so much, so not the whole tip of the lead is touching at the same time, and it kind of looks pretty, but mostly is annoying. She's just shy. I'm sure you can help her make friends with the other boys and girls. How old are we? Yeah, I'll try. That's my girl. You're a good friend, sweetie. Thanks, Mom.
Sometimes I worry about Eleanor being too shy. It makes things difficult, especially at school. But she's still my friend.
Wow, Eleanor, you're making life really hard for me, but I'm your friend, so I guess that's how that works. Okay. Eleanor?
I've known Eleanor since we moved to the area. She was my first friend round here, and I think I was probably hers too. We had each other, and that's never changed. But even once I started to make other friends, she didn't.
That feeling when? Hey, there you are. Did something happen? Mechanical pencils are my... Hey, Zach. Mechanical pencils are my jam, except, like, y'all... Okay, this is my pen cup. This is the only pencil I own. This is the only... Like, I have this much lead in it to spare, and the rest of it is just highlighters and markers and pens. Oh my god. Why did I do that? Oh, this was a mistake. Get back in there. Get back in there. There's a dearth of pencils amongst my friends in our households. It's awful. I'm sorry. I got caught up in other things. It's bugging you that the screen is small and angled because it's on paper. Yeah, it might have been at least cool if they would have zoomed in further. At least, if not just all the way and made, like, you know, made it clear that we were entering a girl's notebook. And maybe even pulled back out to remind us once in a while. Oh, well, that's okay. I didn't have any other plans. Wait, I'm sorry I kept you waiting. It's alright. I don't have anything else to do. Apologetic. It won't happen again. How late am I? I can't remember what time we were supposed to meet. It really doesn't matter. Oh, I'm really late. Only an hour or so. It's really not a problem. An hour? I'm sorry, Elena. I won't forget next time, I promise. What have you been up to? Nothing, really. Nothing at all? You know, just homework. I have loads to do. Everyone has loads to do. You just put more effort in than we do. It's better than getting into trouble. Besides, I don't mind it. Most of it is interesting. Even history? You know I like history. Yeah, I know. I still think you're crazy. Man, she really is hardcore passive about this. You know, something weird has happened to my journal. know you had a journal. Like a diary? Yeah, I write in it every day, but something's happened to it. I've lost everything. Oh man, it would be so cool to have like really special writing utensils. Hmm. And by that I mean like I've only ever bought pencils that were like 20 of them for $1. So I'm like, what if I splurged? Like, you know how you can splurge on a really fancy fountain pen and stuff like that? What if I splurged on the pencil equivalent? I wonder what that would be like to write with that pen. A pencil. Because the whole reason I switched to pencils is because the feel of pens and pencils is really important to me when I write, and if it feels wrong, then like it feels more laborious for me to write things by hand. And so I get frustrated and just stop, which is weird, but a thing that happens. I don't know what super special writing utensils are. Like I don't know what the versions of those are for pencils, pretty much. Hey Thorn. I do have a quill. I do have a quill. It's just, you know, pretty difficult to write with, and the ink takes like a million years to dry. So if I could have like this, but with fast drying ink, that would be neat. Yeah, good paper as well. I'm super picky about the type of paper that I write on. The best paper that I've ever found, it's so frustrating, the best paper that I've ever found to write on was from this journal I found in Vietnam in a market, and I have no idea the company it's from. It might even be handmade. I've never felt or had paper that feels the same, and it was so nice to write on. The closest that I've come is moleskin, which is why I always spend more money to buy the moleskin journals, because I know that at least if I buy it, I'm going to be getting decent paper instead of spending like maybe less money on a journal and then getting home and being like, this is the wrong paper, and just never using it. Yeah, I write in it every day, but something's happened to it. I've lost everything. Varsity fountain pens? Never heard of that. Oh, where'd the journal go? Ah, here it is. Varsity fountain. Oh yeah, I have all this homework I'm supposed to do for the new game that I forgot about. Man, guys, I have been real out of it today. Let me tell you. How many journals do I have now that I'm actively using? Hello, Squid. Well, so I have notebooks on my iPad to the tune of about 2 or 3 of them that I'm currently using. I have this one, which is my working journal, and everything that I literally think about goes in it. This is my real journal, where I transfer everything from the working journal into this journal. This is a drawing journal. I have a journal for studying math and coding, a notebook for studying Korean and German, and then I have 2 more over there that are for secret things, and I have a writing journal that's specifically just for writing short drafts of things. So however many that is, and that's not all of them. I have a lot of journals, okay? Oh, cool. Thanks, Maddie. I'll definitely check them out. You mean you misplaced it? No, I have the book, but the pages are blank. Really weird. Who do you think did it? I don't know. My mom knows where my journal is, but I don't know why she'd mess with it. I always tell her not to touch it. If she did, I guess there must have been some reason for it. What kind of reason could she have? My journal's private. It wouldn't even mean anything to anyone else. Don't ask me. But who else could have done something to it if not you? Those things are pretty secret. What? Oh, thank you, Nocturne. Hello. Nice to see you. Let me just quickly. Hey. Thank you. Pretend I'm offline. Don't ask me, but who else could have done something to it if not you? Should we be frustrated or optimistic about it? These words are kind of like, these word choices make it hard because instead of having options for how to respond, it's like, well, do you want to be angry or do you want to be happy? Do you want to be like nice to people or do you want to be a little shit? You know? Yeah, it is like a million. The weird thing is that I'm using all of them. Like usually people have journals and they're like, I don't really use them all, but I definitely write in all of them. I just need to keep my head is so disorganized all of the time that I need my notebooks to be more organized. Oh, congratulations, Bard. Optimism is key. Oh, thanks, Kaipon. We'll be optimistic. Oh. I thought if we put our heads together, we might come up with something. Who else knew you had a journal? Only a couple of people. My mother, John. John, the park keeper? Yeah, I told him about it before, but I don't think it's him. He hasn't visited us for a while. That doesn't leave us many options. Nope. Thanks anyway, Elena. I'll think about it.
Eleanor and I tried to work out what might have happened to my journal. She's good at setting things out logically, even if we didn't get anywhere.
She didn't do anything. Hey, Elena. So why did you want to meet up? I just wanted to get out of the house. I didn't want to be around to get shouted at some more. Why would you be shouted at? What happened? No, one of the windows at school got broken, right? Yeah, I saw it. They put up a board over it now. Well, someone's been spreading rumors about it. About me. What kind of rumors? They're saying I broke the window. Do you know what actually happened to it? No, how would I? I didn't do it. I didn't even know it was broken. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you'd do. Hello, Shadow. I would never. I'm glad you believe me. I don't know why my parents don't. How did your parents find out? I think the park keeper told them. Why would he do that? I guess he heard the rumors too. You told him you didn't do it? I probably should, but what if he shouts at me too? He wouldn't do that. John's a nice guy. You say so. Probably mad at me. I can talk to him for you if you want. Would you? Yeah, of course. Thanks. I've been so upset about this whole thing.
Eleanor's upset because of a rumour that she broke a window at school. She says she didn't do it, but John already told her parents that it was her.
Why can I still ask about the journal? Oh, Bye. See you later, Elena. What is this? Is this like tape on the page? What is this? Okay, well I guess I can't go that way anymore. We're definitely at the school, but I guess this is the limit. The park. Hey, John.
John's a friend of the family, but he hasn't been around much lately. He works nearby, but there was a time he visited my parents and me often.
Hey, John. Long time no see. How have you been? I'm alright. Busy with school? Something like that. Chin up, you know what they say. Your school years are supposed to be the best years of your life. Are they? God, oh, hell no, sir. Woo, man, that's what somebody whose life is over says. Enjoy them while you can. Yeah, I guess. Things have just been weird lately. Oh, what's up? Window. I just saw Elena. She's really upset. Oh, really? Did you two have a falling out? No, nothing like that. Well, that's good. So what happened? Is there something I can help out with? She says her parents are mad at her because they think she broke one of the school windows. Oh, right. Poor Elena. I hope she's all right. It's not pleasant feeling like someone's disappointed in you. Should we be protective or indignant? Are those trees floating? Those are floating trees. Huh. Man. Protective. Okay. But she says she didn't do it. She told you that? Yeah, she's convinced someone else is spreading rumors about her. I thought you knew she'd done it. How would I know? You were the one who told me so. I told you? Why would I tell you she'd done it? I thought you said you'd seen her do it. I don't remember saying that. Well, did you see her do it or not? If you think you might be wrong, you'd better say now. I'm not sure. Perhaps you ought to have a careful think about it. You don't want Elena to be in trouble for no reason, do you? No, of course not. Oh, good guys. Twist! Okay, well, let's talk about our mom. Did something happen with you and my mom? I don't know what you mean. Did she say something about our secret affair? No, it's not that. It's just that we haven't seen you in ages. Oh, well. Things are complicated. You know what they say about janitors and servicemen going over to visit a single mother. Ho ho! I don't really understand. Neither do I, to be honest. Okay. Are you just busy or something? I guess I could understand that. I'm always busy. Somebody's got to keep this place spick and span. You think we have garden gnomes to do it? We don't even have any gnomes around here. Exactly. No gnomes, just poor old me. Your life must be so hard. I can't really complain. Fresh air, sunshine. You should try it sometime. Hey, I'm outside right now, aren't I? Anyway, just visit soon, okay? I always had fun when you came over. I'll try. And thanks. What for? For reminding me that we had good times. I've missed spending time with you all, too.
John seems to miss us, even though he doesn't visit anymore. I asked him why, but didn't really get anywhere. He always makes serious questions into some kind of joke.
Okay. Something's happened to my journal. Your journal? You mean the notebook you're always guarding with your life? Yeah, that one. It's very important to me. Did you lose it somewhere? No, the pages are blank. All the words are missing. Well, that was careless. You kept the notebook but lost the words inside it? What the hell? Irritated or persistent? What do you guys think? John, you can't even keep those trees from floating. John, please. Do your job. Tie down the trees. Don't you know that all trees float and it's up to park people to plug them into the ground? Irritated. It's not funny. Can't you just take something seriously for 1 minute? Sorry, just trying to make you laugh. I don't feel like laughing about it. How could I lose all the things I wrote? I don't know how that could have happened. Yeah, well, I guess it was a waste of time asking. Don't be like that. It's not so bad. You've still got your memories. You'll always have those. That's not the point, but thanks anyway. I'll ask someone else. Yeah, bye. I'm glad we talked anyway. Maybe I'll see you later. You bet. I'll be here. Yeah, screw you, John. You're an asshole. What? Oh, that's interesting. Our journal has gone blank and we're trying to find out the reason why, and that's pretty much all we know. This really is like something covering up, I guess, the window. Maybe I should, still here? I'm gonna stay here for a little while longer. It's better than being at home. I spoke to John. What did he say? Is he mad at me too? No, he's not mad, but... But what? Am I in even more trouble? Is he going to tell the school? He was just concerned about you. But I didn't do it! Why does he think it was me? Should we tell her? Should we tell her? Final boss is whiteout. That's what happened to her journal, really. You guys want to tell the truth? Are you sure that wouldn't just kill her? Somebody else told him you did. That is the opposite of straight. What? What? That is still so evasive. What the hell? Who would do that? Actually, he said I told him you did it. What? Why? Did you tell him it was me? I don't remember. Maybe I did. You did it, didn't you? You broke that window and blamed it on me. I thought you were my friend. What? I don't, like, what? I don't, guys, you're the guys who told me to be straight with her, so you're gonna have to, you know what? This isn't my problem anymore. You do it. You pick. That's as straight as my sexuality, Christ. Well, you're all saying admit, but we don't know if we did it. We don't even know if we did it. She doesn't remember, I think. Denial, denial, admit, admit. Okay, so 3 admits, 2 denials. You guys and your darn, like, true good. Admit, but in a really fuck you kind of way. Deny. Call a friend. John seems like an asshole, says Thorn. Okay, we'll admit it. So what? It's not a big deal. It'll get repaired. Wow, that is the opposite of what oh, jeez, girl. Oh, man. But I got into trouble for something you did. I didn't know your parents would freak out. John asked me about the window. I just didn't want him to think I did it. I wasn't thinking. Is that what happened?
Eleanor overreacted about me telling John she'd broken the window. It's not as bad as she thinks it is, but she's really upset.
Oh, she overreacted? She's overreacting when you've gotten her in trouble and her parents have been shouting at her and her only friend has betrayed her? She overreacted? Way to gaslight, jeez. I can't believe you've done this to me. I mean, we're gonna be apologetic, right? Man, I know, Egg, that's the most frustrating part. The whole reason I slept for too long is because I've been trying to reset my schedule to wake up at 7 in the morning. And I'm definitely gonna be awake even longer now because I'm not gonna be tired. 75% middle school drama and 15% computers. Unsympathetic? Really? Wait, really? Unsympathetic? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? I mean, it certainly seems like we're unsympathetic deep in our heart of hearts. Apologetic? I guess indifference the neutral route. True neutral. Apologetic? Okay. Okay. Say you're sorry. Apologetic. I'm sorry, I really am. But I wasn't gonna take the blame for something I didn't do either. Well, you could just say you didn't do it, hun. I don't want to talk to you right now. Just leave me alone.
We didn't leave things well after speaking about the window. Eleanor didn't want to talk about it anymore. And in a way, I was glad.
Yeah, because you were the one who was a dick. What's happening? Yes? Do I need to do something? Oh, did we get our memories back? Is that what's happening? What?
The Girl and the Roller Coaster. Once there was a great travelling carnival, renowned for its splendour.
There was a
across all the
great
world.
travelling carnival.
Where they travelled, they brought with them the strangest and most wonderful sights. The Big Top held some of the most talented circus performers who had ever lived. For the thrill seekers, of course, so much of this magic was just the backdrop for the rides. It was the rides that the girl cared about above all else. Each year she returned, the ride seemed even more exciting. No more so than the year she was finally tall enough to ride the roller coaster. In her mind, she had built it up to something almost unreal, yet wonderfully it did not disappoint. As she got older, life got more complicated, until one year she was so wrapped up in life that she decided not to go. It was months before she realised how a part of her felt empty at having missed it, a sense of loss she couldn't explain. However, the carnival never returned. Her mother told her perhaps it closed down. Carnivals were no longer so impressive in this day and age. For some reason, she blamed herself, as if somehow it was her fault they were gone. It had been so important to her. Why had she let it go?
Oh! Oh, so all of the little blurbs that we were talking, like all of her narration became journal. Okay. Oh, there you are. Are you looking for me? I had a phone call from Mrs. Martin earlier. My math teacher? Why? Did you know that spelling math with an S on the end is grammatically incorrect? I'm just gonna throw that out there. All British people are wrong. There's a video I could link that proves it, but I don't want to go find it. The views are too small, so that it feels... Yeah. She didn't say. She was calling to see if she could have a word with you. I guess I'll go see you later. Don't forget, honey. I won't, Mom. About Elena. Oh yes, are you seeing her today? No, I don't think so. You two haven't had an argument, have you? I have other friends at school I hang out with, Mum. I know, but you and Elena go way back. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna end that conversation here, Mum. Blank face family. What do you want? Come on, are you still mad at me? It's hard not to be mad at you after what you did. I said I was sorry. Did you? Look, let's just forget about it, yeah? That's easy for you to say. Nobody's mad at you. Just wanted to chat, that's all. Okay. How do you think you did on the math test the other day? I don't know. I studied really hard. I hope I passed. Me too. I didn't think you even studied for it, did you? I'm not great at maths, you know that. Yeah, well, good luck anyway. Thanks, you too. Oh, that reminds me. Mrs. Martin was looking for you earlier. I told her I haven't seen you yet. She was? Did you say what it was about? No, I didn't ask. Alright, well, thanks for telling me anyway. I guess I'll go see her in a bit. Okay. How are you doing anyway? Pretty much the same as yesterday. Not great. Your parents are still mad? Of course they are. They still think I broke the window. I couldn't tell them it was you and you just blamed me for it. Thanks for not getting me in trouble with them, Elena. Yeah, well, I look out for my friends. Look, we'll hang out later and you'll forget about all this stuff. It'll be fun, okay? I'm a sociopath. I can't, sorry. You can't? How come? I just can't. Got other plans. Okay, never mind then. Actually, I guess I'd better go. I'll see you later, okay? Cheer up! I'll try. Sorry, I just need some time. I mean, hopscotch is just... Hopscotch is just you jump from 1 to 2 to 3 into 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to... You, like, just jump to the numbers up. You don't win, as far as I know. You just... Yeah.
I wish I knew Keith better, but he doesn't talk much about himself. He works really hard, but everyone still likes him.
This says all I know is he works really hard at school and everyone likes him, but whoa, that narration was a little bit judgy. What's up, Keith? Not much. Looking forward to getting home later, actually. I think everyone's looking forward to going home. Yeah, but I've got this bike I'm working on, and I just feel like I could be getting so much more done if I were there. A bike? That's so cool! Yeah, it's just a project. I'm trying to restore it. Should be really nice when I'm done. Don't really know anything about motorbikes. They're just like any other machine, really, once you know what the parts do and where they go. How do you know all this stuff? That motorbike was my father's. That's why I want to restore it. It's something me and my brother do together. I'd love to see it when it's done. Maybe. It's gonna take us a long time yet. Are you gonna ride it when it's finished? I'm not sure. It's kind of special. A classic. I want to keep it nice once it's all restored. Well, let me know if you get it fixed. I bet it'll be great. Have you spoke to Catherine much recently? Yeah, kinda. She borrowed one of my books a while ago, but hasn't given it back yet. I could ask her about it for you. It's okay. I'm sure she'll give it back when she's read it. I'm just not sure she even wants to read it. Why'd she ask you for it if she wasn't interested in reading it? I don't know. She saw me reading it and asked to borrow it afterwards. This isn't the first time. You mean she's borrowed stuff from you before? Yeah, and it's always difficult to get it back. I should learn to stop lending her things. Maybe she's just interested in the same stuff as you. I think it's more like she wants to be interested in whatever I like. Maybe. That's typical Catherine. Yeah, typical Catherine. You mean she's up to something? Good night, Nocturne. No, nothing like that. It just sounds like her, that's all. Right, well, I kinda just want my book back. I'm sure you'll get it back eventually. I actually wanted to lend it to someone else, so I hope she's done with it soon. I'll mention it to her.
It's not surprising that Catherine's been all over Keith. If they got together, the whole school would be talking about it.
Yeah, Catherine's such a dick. So I had that test. Oh yeah, the maths one? I remember you were worried about it. How did that go? I don't know yet. Maybe not so great. Man, that sucks. Still, look on the bright side. If you keep retaking it, you'll eventually get the answers right. Yeah, thanks. I feel very reassured. I've been told I'm a very reassuring person. I have a way with words. Is that so? Good luck on your retake. I don't know if I have to retake it. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Nice talking, Keith. Catch you later. So you're Catherine.
I've always envied Catherine a little bit. She's beautiful and popular, and even though she's not that smart, almost everyone likes her.
Wow, Catherine, way to be a stereotype. Hey, Catherine, what's up? Hey, have you seen Anne today? She's running around like a headless chicken. Did you do something? No, why would I bother? Maybe we should stop teasing Anne for a bit. Are you serious? You're not backing out now, are you? I just think maybe it's not that fun anymore. Oh, come on, don't be so serious. We're just playing with her a bit. She needs to lighten up. I don't think she likes it much. Since when were you her best friend? I'm not. I didn't say I liked her. I just... Nobody does, do they? She's such a little bookworm. Like right now, she's having a tantrum about her notes again. She just takes studying really seriously, I guess. You guess? It's like life and death for her. She gets good grades, though. Of course she does. If she studied something that much and still failed, there'd have to be something wrong with her.
I don't know why I go along with Catherine messing Anne around so much. Anne's not so bad, really.
I think Keith wants his book back. What book? He said you borrowed one from him and didn't give it back. Oh, yeah. Hey, wanna know a secret? You didn't read it, did you? Nope, why would I? I don't even remember what it was about. So why'd you borrow it? You can learn a thing or two from me, you know. You should try it out with Trevor. I know you think Trevor likes me, but what's there to think about? Only you wouldn't notice something like that. Yeah, well, I think Keith just wants his book back. Fine, I guess I'll dig it out. Bye, Catherine. Yeah, whatever, she says. Definitely the main... Wow, okay. No, it's not MC's fault for being a dick, you see, because it's Catherine who's being the real dick, not our MC.
There's always something going on with Trevor. He's always in trouble for something. It's almost as if he enjoys it.
Oh, so you like the bad boys, do you? Hey, Trevor. Oh, hey, it's you. How's your comic coming along? Can I read it yet? No, it's not quite ready for reading. Oh, come on, you've been working on it for ages. I know, I've got loads of great sketches, but I'm not great at writing. What's it about? I haven't really got it all figured out yet. So you don't know what it's about? Of course I do, it's just sort of embarrassing talking about it. Seems interesting enough to me. I don't really read comics. Yeah, well, maybe I'll show you later when I've drawn some of it. Cool, I'd like that.
I've always been envious of Trevor's ability to draw. I wish I had a talent like that.
Man, I wonder what we're looking at. I guess I should go. Okay, see you later, maybe? Sure, maybe. Yeah, I didn't see anything there that makes it seem like he has a thing for us. God, how many people are in this? Hi, Anne.
Anne's always been a really good student, and that's never changed. She's really smart, but she takes things so seriously that some people tease her for it.
Some people, it sounds like you do it. Hey, Anne, what are you up to? Hi, I'm looking for my geography notes. You haven't seen them, have you? No, sorry. What happened to your notes? I want to change them all around and pages are missing. Oh, didn't the same thing happen last week? I have them all color-coded. I know when someone's been messing with them. Color-coded, really? Yeah. Anything red is for the test. Yellow is stuff I've looked up on my own, and blue is for the topic we're currently studying. What? Why are my only responses dubious and dismissive? What? Come on. Color coding is the shit. What is this? Which one is nicer? To be like, oh, I don't believe you color code stuff. Or to be like, so you color code stuff, whatever. Whatever, Anne. That's really cool. I'd be friends with you if I wasn't this awful girl. Chucky's stepmom from Rugrats. Oh, she totally does. I mean, I guess dubious is nicer. Oh, my phone just told me that I slept for 5 hours. I'm gonna have such a hard time getting to sleep. Ugh. Dubious. That's a lot of extra work. You think? It's very useful, but I can't do anything with them if they're in the wrong order. Can't you just use the textbook? The textbook doesn't cover everything. It's more of a guide. Don't you write notes? Nope, I usually just read the chapters we've already done in class before a test. Anyway, I know someone's been messing with my folders. Do you think it's the same person who did it before? Trevor always pokes fun at me when I'm organizing my notes in the library. It's probably him. You'll find them somewhere. Trevor wouldn't do anything bad to them. You would say that. You always take Trevor's side. I don't! I really got to sort these out before class, sorry.
It's terrible that everyone treats Anne so badly. It's why you shouldn't stand out at school. People don't like it.
Yeah, it's definitely her fault that everybody else is being a dick to her. Am I right, guys? Have you seen Catherine today? Yeah, she's here somewhere. Why? Oh, no reason. I don't know why you're asking me. I try to avoid her as much as I can. I thought everyone liked Catherine. I don't know why she's so popular. I'm making her like, who's that chick from Twilight? That girl. You don't like her? Not really. Why do you like her? She's really pretty and popular. Who knows, she'll probably be a model or something when she leaves school, so I just kind of have to like her. I didn't know that support was I thought support meant support Catherine, not support Anne. I'm so stupid. That's not a good reason to be friends with her. You just don't know her very well. I'm not sure you do either. Yo, Anne's woke. Did you get your notes back yet? Not all of them. Where were they? Someone put them on top of the lockers. I think some of them fell behind, though. I can't reach them. You could ask someone to help you get them out. It's okay. I think I'll just rewrite those ones. I thought you said you didn't have time to rewrite your notes. I don't want to bother anyone to move the lockers. It's fine. It's only a few of them. You say so. Listen, I'm sorry about the other day. About what? You know, about what was written on the board in our classroom. That was you? Yeah, well, I mean, I was dared to do it, but I didn't mean it. Oh. Okay. I didn't mean to pick on you. You just don't hang out with us so much, so it's sort of easier, I suppose. Oh, God! What? Oh, Jesus. Who dared you to do it? Catherine did. But she didn't mean it either, I'm sure. Well, I'm glad it wasn't Keith. Why do you say that? It doesn't matter. Look, I shouldn't have said anything. Has Keith been mean to you? No! Not at all. At least, I don't think so. Has he said anything about me to you? Like what? I don't know. Anything? Well, he didn't. Connor, don't do this to me. Not to me. Oh, well, never mind then, I guess. Just forget I asked. Sure nothing's wrong? Yeah, please don't tell him I asked, okay? Of course nothing's wrong, she's got a crush on him!
Never really shown any interest in boys in our class before. Her asking about Keith came out of the blue.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not, like, upset about it or anything. Awful girl. Oh.
Mrs. Martin is a good teacher. She can be strict, but she hasn't forgotten what it's like to be a kid.
There you are. I've been trying to get a hold of you all morning. Sorry, I'm here now. Wanted to see me? Yes, I did. Tell me, how are things at home? They're okay, I guess. That's good to hear. Any problems, you let me know, okay? Yeah, I will. Is that what you wanted to ask me about? Actually, I wanted to talk to you about the maths test you took the other day. If I fail, I don't have to retake it, do I? Not exactly. Tell me, did you know that your answers were exactly the same as another student's? Man, I don't put it past us to cheat on a test. Probing. Do you think I cheated on the test? If it wasn't you, someone else did. Are you telling me these are definitely your own answers? Who else had the same answers as me? Catherine. Ugh. I know you two are friends. Perhaps you'd like to talk to each other about what happened. Alright, I'll ask her. Thank you. Don't forget.
She knew something was suspicious about the test, but I didn't know what to tell her.
Will I have to take that test again? That depends on how all this happened. If you or Catherine were cheating, one of you will have to retake the test. Same one? I can't really say at the moment. Why don't you go and have a chat with Catherine and come back to me later?
I would have done anything to pass the maths test. The last thing I wanted to do was have to take it again.
I hate all the characters so far. What is it? You know that math test we had? Yeah, what about it? Did you fail or something? No, well, I don't know. What did you do with those answers I gave you? What do you mean, what did I do? I used them, of course. That was the whole point. You didn't change them at all? You just used them exactly how they were? Well, yeah, those were the answers. Why would I change them? Honestly, I don't get you. What is this even about? I thought you'd cover your tracks better than that. Look, you gave me the answers, but you didn't tell me I had to do anything special with them. How was I supposed to know? Because it'd be obvious something weird was going on if we both handed in the exact same answers. What do you want me to do about it? As far as I can see, you're the one who wanted me to use your cheat sheet. It wasn't my cheat sheet. I was just trying to be nice. I knew you were worried about the test. I wouldn't care if I'd failed anyways. It's not like math is important. This isn't helping. I don't know what you expect me to do. It seems to me that this is your mess. We have to come up with something. I can't just tell her the truth. You're the one with all the brilliant ideas here. It wasn't even really my idea in the first place. What? Then whose was it? I got the test answers from Trevor. Trevor? Then blame him. I can't just blame him for it. Why not? Do you want to retake the test? I don't. Nobody's not even in trouble. Mrs. Martin didn't mention him to me. Trevor's always in trouble for something. What does one more thing matter? Yes, so it just doesn't seem right. Look, you know he'll take the blame for you, so why not do it? That doesn't make any sense. Why do you think he gave you the answers? I suppose he knows I'm not very good at maths. Really, how sweet of him. Do you know something I don't? Apparently! Look, does it even matter why he did it? What are we gonna do? What are you gonna do, you mean? I'll admit it because I'm not a terrible person. Okay, I'm just gonna tell Mrs. Martin the truth. I did it and you and Trevor both knew about it. What's the point of that? Then we'll all get in trouble. It's our fault. At least we won't have to lie about it. You really want to get yourself in trouble? Go ahead, but don't drag me into it. I'm not going to tell Mrs. Martin anything. Maybe I should talk to Trevor about this before I go back to Mrs. Martin. Just don't do anything stupid, okay? He's our easy way out of this. Alright, we'll see.
This situation with the test is a mess. Catherine's too stubborn to ever admit to doing something wrong. Somehow she always manages to turn it around on someone else.
Yeah, definitely. She has that problem. Hi. Hey again. Hey. Anne? Hey, you didn't do anything to Anne's geography notes, did you? Not this again. Everyone always assumes it was me. It's not like you don't have a history of being behind this stuff. Look, I stopped playing tricks on Anne when her father called mine. That really happened? Sure did. It's just not worth it now. So it wasn't you then? Didn't I just say that? Are you sure it wasn't your little friend Catherine? I was just checking. I'm not behind everything that happens around here. Catherine was saying some weird stuff earlier? What's new? I mean, she keeps mentioning you to me, like there's something going on I don't know about. There's nothing going on. I don't know why she has to keep getting involved in everyone's business. Are you sure you haven't said anything to her? Of course I haven't. Who do you trust, her or me? Trevor, you're always honest with me. Look, don't worry about Catherine. She's just stirring things up as always. It's not that she said anything bad. Whatever it is she said. Just forget I mentioned it. Way to make me paranoid!
Maybe Catherine's right about Trevor, but I don't want to deal with it at the moment. I've got enough problems already.
Yeah, boys liking me is such a problem. I mean, I know that the unlikability is totally believable, but like... About that maths test I had. Oh yeah, did it all go okay? Not really. What happened? You got caught with the answers? Somebody else got me caught. Somebody else? Nobody else knew about it. I gave the answers to Catherine too. Why would you do that? I don't know, I just wanted her to do well on the test too. Who cares if Catherine does well? I thought you needed the answers so you could pass the test. I did! I didn't get the answers for Catherine, I got them for you. I know, and I'm grateful, but Catherine needed help too. Well, she might have just gotten us all in trouble now. What are you gonna do? I have to talk to Mrs. Martin about it. I think it just takes place in England. Oh man, that's bad. I know, I'll come up with something, okay? What do you think I should say to her? Don't tell her I got you the answer to the test, whatever you do. Sorry, I might have to. Seriously, I don't need to get into any more trouble this term. I know, but it's just really difficult. I wanted to pass the test, not get into trouble over it. You promised me you'd be really careful to not get into trouble when I gave you those answers. Did. I'll do my best, okay?
Maybe Trevor was only trying to help out, but he was the one who did the most wrong here.
Oh! Fuck! No! Screw you! No! 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 Girl. This is not- No. Listen. No. We're not doing that. You're the- No. Okay. This bitch. Hello again. Did you speak to Catherine? Yes, I did. And, do you have something to tell me? It's complicated. Got all day. It was me. I did it. I'm sorry, Mrs. Martin. You copied Catherine's answers? I did. It wasn't her fault, I swear. This isn't like you. Come on, we've talked about this. What really happened? I just told you what happened. Well, if this is a story you're going to stick to, I'll have no choice but to ask you to retake the test. I'll retake it. I just don't want anyone else in trouble for what I did. I'll be having a word with your mother, too. You have to? It's school policy. I'm disappointed, I really am. Sorry, I won't do it again, I promise. Alright, see that you study hard for the retake and we can put this all behind us.
My friendship with Trevor and Catherine is more important than having to retake some stupid test. I only bent the truth for their sake, but I wish this didn't have to get back to my mum.
I ain't no snitch. So about Anne. What about her? Well, it's just... What is it? I think maybe you should get to know her more. How do you say that? It's just a hunch. I think you two would get on really well. Well, thanks for the advice, but why are you telling me this? Did she say something? Not really. It's just a suggestion, honestly. Look, I know you and Catherine are in this together. Trust me, she hasn't put me up to this. She'd be mad if she knew I said anything at all. Why? Catherine can be mean when she doesn't get what she wants. Think she'd take it out on Anne? I don't know, probably. You know what she's like. You're really putting me between a rock and a hard place here. I had to say something. Just talk to Anne, please. You obviously want to. I will. Thanks for what it's worth.
Catherine has a mean streak, and Anne is a prime target for it, especially if she and Keith got together. But I know telling him how Anne felt was the right thing to do.
Oh, I can't talk to him about anything else? Okay, I guess what I was doing there was making a choice between Anne and Catherine. Well, I'm glad I picked Anne. Jesus Christ. Bye. I can jump? Why? I might be in a bit of trouble. You know I'm always on your side. Do I need to talk to anyone for you? No. Alright.
I hate teacher-parent meetings. I don't like sitting there quietly while they talk about me. It's so humiliating.
The Lion and the Chicken. Mallory had worked the carnival's coconut shy for nearly 5 years.
Coconut shy.
He didn't like to talk about his own life, but he loved being part of the great carnival. He always took his lunch in the big top. He liked to watch the tightrope walkers and dreamed of one day being up there himself. One evening, the lion came to him in his dreams. He knew of Mallory's desire to be up there in the spotlight and offered a deal. Bring me one of the circus master's prize chickens, and I will help you get what you want. Mallory felt bad about stealing the chicken. He knew how much the circus master loved them. Yet he could not pass up this chance. He slept uneasy that night with the knowledge of the blood in his hands. In his dreams he sought out the lion to return the favour. The lion regarded Mallory with disdain, and told him he was merely a lion and could not help him reach the heights of the tightrope. Mallory demanded to know why he had lied to him. The lion told him it was not his fault. His instincts drove him to eat, and he would have promised Mallory anything to satisfy himself. No one ever confronted Mallory over the chicken, but he was sure they all knew. He never felt happy there again.
Oh. Huh. I'll probably keep going for a bit since it's not like I'm really gonna fall asleep, am I? Think, anyways. I'm gonna be right back real quick though so that I can get some water. What are you talking about, Thorn? That sounds super scary. Also, here's the thing. I've read a lot of British children's literature because I took a Harry Potter class. And they had us read all of the British children's literature that could have influenced J.K. Rowling. And all British children's literature talks about the same kind of, like, how do I say this? The same kind of, like, for some reason, British children's literature is all about being in cliques and doing horrible things to each other. Like, from reading British children's literature, it seems like British children are fiends and horrifying. And if I had a kid, I would never want my kid to go to a British school. That's what I'm saying. Because literally every single piece of media that I've seen about British school life is horrible. So. Hi, Mom. Hi, sweetie. Could you do me a favor today? Sure. I haven't got time to do it myself, what with everything. What do you need me to do? There's a package I've been meaning to pick up at the post office. I'd like you to go and fetch it for me. But I'm not you. You're not going to ask for your ID, honey. You've been in there with me enough times now. I'll try. You'll be fine. Just make sure you get it before the end of the day.
My mother wanted me to pick up a package from the post office. It made me really anxious for some reason, but she seemed pretty insistent.
Morning, John. How's it going? Not bad, I guess. Better than the alternative. Mom sent me on an errand. It's nice that you're helping her out. I guess she's too busy, so I'm gonna pick up a package for her. Won't keep you then. Mind you get there before it shuts. It's always busy. How's everything in the park today? Going good. Starting to get colder, though. Has it? I hadn't noticed. Change is in the air. For the weather, for you, for me too. What kind of change? Not all change is bad, you know. I've got to get on with my life at some point, make a few changes here and there. But I don't want to be a small town park keeper forever, especially if I'm not welcome. Why wouldn't you be welcome? I like having you around. I wish you still visited. I know, kiddo. You've always been a good friend. But sometimes change is for the best, you know? I definitely had sex with your mom. That does sound horrifying. Hey, do you know if Mr. Collinsworth has got anything new in the shop? Can't say I do. Took him in a few of my old jackets, but not sure you'd be interested in those. Not really. Had some lovely snow globes there last week. Did you see them? You and those snow globes. Why don't you just buy one? It has to be perfect. I don't want one that says Merry Christmas or Niagara Falls on it. So what's the perfect snow globe? I don't know. I'll know it when I see it. Good for you. Don't waste your money on what you don't want. Good day. Good day. Hey. Hey, what's up with you today? Nothing? Good, me neither. How are things, Trevor? That's horrifying. Fine, fine. Weird someone asking. Why? Nobody around here cares what's going on with everyone else. Feels usually like I'm talking to a brick wall. Sorry, I guess I just have a lot on my mind sometimes. Nah, don't worry about it. Everyone's like that. How about you? Yeah, I'm fine too. Good. Well, I guess that's that. Everything's right in the world, I suppose. What are you doing here anyway? Nothing really. Just hanging around, seeing what's up. So a lot of exciting stuff happen outside the post office? Hey, you never know. But what about you? What brings you here? My mom asked me to pick up a package for her. See, this is what I'm talking about. My day wasn't ready for that kind of excitement. Don't joke, I hate doing stuff like this. Why? I don't know, places like this, they just feel so cold and unfriendly somehow. Oh, come on, think about it like an adventure. You'll be fine. It is a tree in the store. I'll try. Any progress on your comic? Maybe. What do you mean maybe? The answer's either yes or no. I can draw it whatever I want. I've always been good at drawing, but it's knowing what to draw that's difficult. I thought you already had a story in mind. Kinda. I know what I want it to be about, and I have a few scenes I know I have to put in, but bits in between, I have no idea. You don't have the whole thing planned out? Most of it's in my head. It's personal stuff. I want the comic to be about things that matter to me. I could have a look at it for you if you wanted. Thanks. Maybe once I've done a few pages, I'll show them to you. Just have to make sure I get it right so it reads like what I see in my head. It's nice, you know, to have someone want to read it. Motivating. Yeah, hi Todd. I got this chair like the week I moved in. Because I've been using a dining room chair for the past 3 years. Excuse me. Are you in the queue? Sorry, I didn't mean... Never mind. Do this. What? What the hell was that? What? Does she have social anxiety or something? Okay, well that didn't help. Such a loser, Trevor. What's wrong? What's wrong? I just couldn't do it. I tried. Do what? The package my mom asked me to get for her. I couldn't get it. Why? What happened in there? Nothing. I mean, I don't know. Nothing really happened. I just couldn't... Were the staff rude to you? Didn't even get to talk to them. It was too busy in there. So it was the other customers then. What is it about post offices that puts people in such a bad mood? No, not exactly. I just sort of froze. Oh, I see. Well, not really, but I sort of get it. Does this kind of thing happen often? Guess so. Not often, but yeah. Wait, did Skinny get... Well, okay, you by Skinny you mean by Skinny you mean the repeal on just Obamacare, or are you talking about the repeal on everything? Which one are you talking about? Because they definitely tried to vote on several things recently. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. It's so embarrassing. Oh my god, I'm so happy. They can't do anything else. They're literally on just repealing a because like, okay, I know that they voted on just repealing Obamacare, all of it, but then I know that they decided to have a vote where it was about on revealing certain policies of Obamacare, just a couple of them. So oh my god, 51 to 49. Holy hell, that's so close. God, thank you, John McCain. Also, Trevor knows what's up. He seems like a nice guy. If it's getting in the way of living your life, maybe you should talk to someone about it. Can't help to keep it all bottled up. I don't know where it comes from. Most of the time I'm fine, but then I get into a situation with a crowd of people I don't know and I can't do anything. You should talk to your mom about this. She can't know about it or she wouldn't have sent you to pick the package up. I tried telling her. She just thinks I'm shy, but I know it's more than that. We can't just still stand here all day. That's my job. You're gonna have to do something. I suppose I could go in for you. You'd do that? I don't see how it'll help you, but I'll do it if you think it will. It would, it really would. Not what I mean. Sure, I can go in with you and help you pick up the package right now, but it's not gonna help you in the long run. You need to sit down with your mom and talk to her about it properly. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So what are you gonna do? I'll talk to our mom. Thanks, Trevor.
I couldn't face getting the package on my own. I just froze up. Trevor offered to help, but I decided I should really talk to Mum directly about it. I've seen this guy around town a few times before. He doesn't stay in one place long, but he's still something of a permanent fixture.
Hey, you, girl. So I've gotta go. Figures. Everyone's got more important stuff to do. Yo, I'm a little kid. Bye.
Mr. Collinsworth has run the charity shop in town for as long as I can remember. I can spend hours in there, chatting with him or searching for treasures. He knows just about everyone, and always seems to have something special just for them.
Murakowski and Collins? The fact that the Republicans couldn't get this through when they've had so many years to think about a replacement, they were so desperate to get it through because it's like the death knell for so many of their careers. It's amazing. Congrats, then! I didn't actually care about this guy. Some of the Republican senators have done good things. You can't just lump them all bad. But I understand the frustration. Did you get my package? Sorry, Mom, I didn't get it. Did you forget? Oh, honey, I only asked you to do one thing. It wouldn't have taken more than 5 minutes. No, I didn't forget. I just couldn't. What's the matter? I don't know. It seemed so difficult. There were all these people and I didn't know who I should speak to or what I should do. Sweetie, you've been to that post office with me countless times before. It's not hard. You don't understand. I just couldn't. Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I didn't think it would upset you like this. I'm sorry. I tried. I really did.
I don't know why I had such trouble with picking up the package. It felt stupid to admit it to Mum, but the whole thing felt impossible at the time.
I'm betting girl. Okay, so that's not everything that was supposed to happen today. Ooh, good luck, Zen. Hello again, Henry. How's the shop doing? Same as ever, my dear. It keeps me going. Good. I don't know what I'd do with myself if I didn't have this place to waste time in. Now, time spent for pleasure is never time wasted. Come in as often as you like. Actually, I was hoping to find something for Mom's birthday in a couple of months. I don't suppose you could get something special in for me. I am your humble servant. Just tell me what your gracious mother would appreciate, and I will do my best to procure it. not sure, really. Do you have any suggestions? I have some very lovely vases in at the moment, or perhaps she'd prefer some new artwork? I recall she picked up one of my paintings before. Painting? Yeah, she loves that painting. It's in our living room. Maybe something for her bedroom this time? I know, just the thing. Come back next week. I promise she'll be pleasantly surprised. Thanks, Henry. You're a lifesaver.
Whenever I visited the old charity shop, it was like there was always something new and wonderful to see.
Do you have anything new in? Why, yes, actually. I think I might have some special items you might like. What are they? Well, I saw you looking at the snow globes the other week. You seemed very taken by them. I love them, but they're all souvenirs from places I've never been to. You know, I wondered if that was the problem. As luck would have it, I've come by some more. Brand new, or near enough. Really? Can I see them? Of course you can. I didn't get them in just to sit around unseen and unloved. You're the best, Mr. Collinsworth. I do try, dear girl.
I don't know why the snow globes excited me so much, but they just seem special somehow.
Snow globes are beautiful. There's something appealing about them, these tiny, timeless worlds trapped in their little bubbles. This one has to be the nicest I've ever seen. I just wish I could afford it. I just wanted to help, I suppose. Oh yeah, you're gonna get old Richie a job, a place to live? No, I can't do any of those things. Why are you wasting my time? Can't you see I'm busy? You don't look busy. Or do you neither. This is pointless. You say that and you just keep talking. Dude, bye. Okay. What am I... Hello there, my name's Alice. Could I talk with you a moment? Sure. Am I correct in thinking you know the charity shop on Main Street? Yeah, I know it. I go in there a lot. What's this about? Can you tell me if you've been there in the past day or so? I went in to talk to Mr. Collinsworth. And were you aware of any suspicious activity while you were visiting? No, I just talked to Mr. Collinsworth. He showed me some of his new stock. What kind of items, might I ask? He had some snow globes, new ones. We looked at them for a while, but nothing weird happened. Can I go now? Just a moment. Which snow globes did you look at with Mr. Collinsworth? I remember there was one with a carousel inside that played music. Do you know what happened to it after you looked at it in the shop? Did Mr. Collinsworth leave it on the counter? No, why would I? Why are you asking me about the snow globes? Because that particular item has gone missing. I didn't see anything, sorry. Well, I'd appreciate it if you let me or another officer know if you see or hear anything. Possible one of your friends at school might know something about it.
A policewoman stopped me because one of the snow globes had been stolen. I had no idea what to tell her. I'd never been in trouble with the police before.
Fucking girl, god damn it. Woman, why? Everything bad, you do it! The truth is, I had taken the snow globe. I've never stolen anything before, and now I was in so much trouble. Such a stupid thing to do. Well, I'm sure he'll be relieved if we can get the item back. He doesn't want to press charges, he just wants it returned. God damn girl, god. She stole the snow globe from the old man that she loves. Night, John. Well, I'm trying. Well, where do I find the snow globe? Give it back. Hello, Jacob Plays. I don't know, she's the worst at everything, pretty much. Hello, Henry. I heard about the item that went missing. Yes, the snow globe, such a beauty. As I recall, you were looking at that very piece earlier. Yes, it was lovely. Pieces of that quality are not easily come by, you know. I don't suppose you might have any inkling what happened to it? Why would I know? I remember things very clearly. I've only had 3 customers look at the snow globe, one of whom was you. It was just an idle question. I already told the policewoman I didn't know anything about it. Rightly so. At least she's doing her job, that's something. It's a simple matter, but it's the principle of it all. What do you mean? 30 years in business here, and this is the first time I've had to report a theft of any kind. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. It was pretty expensive, though. Well, yes, like everything in here, it was a donation. It was valuable, but not so valuable I'd think it worth stealing on its own. In that case, perhaps it won't happen again? Hope not. If you don't mind, unless you have a mind to buy something, I really must get on.
I could tell he suspected that I'd stolen the snow globe. I felt this horrible sinking feeling in my stomach.
Yeah, congratulations, you've betrayed this old— Why do you're mean to everybody. You bully girls in school, you betray your best friend, you cheat on tests, you lie to policewomen. Like, what do you want? I guess I'll tell my mom? I don't know. Who do I have to go to confess this to and make myself a better person? Good night, Thorn. Mom, can I talk to you for a moment? Of course, dear. It's kinda serious. What happened? A policewoman spoke to me on the way home about a theft that happened at Mr. Collinsworth's shop. Oh dear, is Henry all right? That poor man. He's so sweet, he doesn't deserve that. Yeah, he's fine, I think. Thank goodness for that. Why did the police want to talk to you about it? I don't know, Alice, the policewoman, just came up to me. You didn't have anything to do with it, did you, honey? Why would you think that? I wish I hadn't told you. Now, I just want the truth. Alright, look, I wanted to tell you, I just didn't know how. Sweetie, why would you do something like that to lovely old Collinsworth? He had these snow globes, new ones. He showed them to me and I knew I could never afford them. There are always going to be things you can't afford in life. You can't just take the things you want without earning them. I thought you knew that. I don't even want it now. Beautiful, but I can't even look at it. I'm so disappointed in you. I would have never believed you'd do something like this. I didn't plan to steal it. I didn't even think about it. No use explaining to me. You're going to go and give it back to Mr. Collinsworth. You give it back and you apologize. I can't do that. He'll know it was me and then he'll hate me forever. Honey, if that's the consequence of what you did, then you have to accept it. Now go and do the right thing.
I didn't really want to admit to Mum that I'd stolen the snow globe. I thought it would make me feel better, but instead I just felt worse.
Yeah, maybe it's because you're a terrible person. I don't know. Maybe it's like living with yourself as a terrible person is hard. Good night, Torrigan. Thank you for popping into the stream that I was only... I'm sorry that I... feel bad I overslept. Beak Tracks, thank you for following and enjoy your apprenticeship. Can I talk to you for a moment? I know you're very busy. What is it? I do apologize to you for something. Go on. I took the snow globe. I'm very sorry for doing it. I know I should have never done it in the first place. I came to return it. Well now, I didn't want to think of you, my girl, but I did wonder. I don't know why I did it. I thought nobody would care. I just wanted it so much and I knew someone else would buy it. Would that you had just talked to me about it. I could have done you a fine deal on it if only you'd asked. Sorry, Mr. Collinsworth. I can't say it enough. Well, at least you have returned the item to where it rightfully belongs. That is something, I suppose. I don't know what else to say. You've said all that needs to be said, child. Now come on, off with you. I have a lot to attend to.
Taking the snow globe back to Mr. Collinsworth was one of the hardest things I have ever done. It hurt to see the look on his face, but what hurt the most was that I knew things would never be the same.
Yeah, you did kind of mess up really bad, and it's kind of totally just your fault, not anybody else's, so... Saying. Still not done with this chapter. Keith and his new girlfriend. Oh, it's so cute. Everyone's talking about it. How can you not know? Okay. Hey, Keith. Hey, how's it going? Alright, I guess. Come on, what can I do to cheer you up? It's the least I can do. What do you mean? Well, thanks for what you said to me yesterday. What did I say? You know about Anne. Oh, it's okay, I guess? You sure there's nothing I can do? No, it's fine. So about you and Anne, yeah, I really do have to thank you for all that. But why me? I guess you just gave me the push I needed. What? What? Why are my only options disgust and self-pity? God, stupid. I hate... What? I don't even know what that means. Do I react in disgust to him? Do I react in self-pity to him or me? To Anne? Like, what does that even mean? That wasn't what I was trying to do. What are you talking about? I wasn't trying to push you in any direction, Keith. But you talked to me about it. You helped me work out what I wanted. I didn't think that was what you wanted. I don't really understand what's wrong. You were being a good friend. Yeah, being a good friend worked out just great. Are you upset about this? No, just do whatever you want. Kinda sounds like you're upset. I said no, okay? Alright then.
Keith wanted to thank me for helping him find a girlfriend, but it just made me feel even worse about it.
Do we like him? I thought we liked Trevor. What's going on? Are you telling me you're completely deaf and blind? What are you getting at, Catherine? The talk of the school? About Keith and Anne. What about them? It's not my fault. Then whose fault was it? I didn't ask anyone to help me out. I don't know, maybe it wasn't anyone's fault. I don't get why you're taking it out on me. Just get over it. Oh, that's rich. Just leave me alone about it, Catherine. I don't need you hassling me on top of everything else. Fine, but don't come to me for help the next time you need it. I wouldn't anyway, you're useless. Wow, god dang. So we've, like, alienated all of our friends. The one good thing that we do, we don't want to, like, tell anybody that we did. Hello, Anne. Oh, hi. I heard about you and Keith. You did? It's so embarrassing, everyone talking about it. Feeling some regrets about it? No, I didn't say that. I don't regret it at all. God, why are none of the answers good things? You MC, you're the worst human. I bet Catherine isn't pleased. Has she been teasing you? A bit. I think she's mostly been avoiding me. I bet she's planning something really nasty. That's the kind of thing she'd do. Oh, don't say that. You'll make me paranoid. Sorry, I should just watch out. I'm sure you should just watch out. I'm sure it's coming. Okay, thanks, I think. Look, we're friends, right? We are? Sure we are. I don't know. You've been acting pretty weird lately. You definitely put insults all over the blackboard about me. Weird how? I haven't been weird. Well, there was all the stuff with Keith and you and Catherine teasing me. Sorry, I guess I have been weird. Yeah, I'm not sure we've ever really been friends. Dang! And subverts that shy nerd stereotype by like calling us out and being like, oh, we ain't friends. You don't have to be like that about it. Aren't you glad someone wants to be your friend? What? You're doing it again. Doing what? Pretending to be nice, but actually being mean. Oh, just forget it. Yeah, Anne, Anne probably be the best friend to have because every time we did something awful, she'd be like, wow, you're doing an awful thing. So is that it? Are we good? Nope, we're not good. Gotta find something to do. Hey, tell us about your bike. I know Anne would understand if I wanted to spend some time by myself working on the bike, but we only just started going out, so I want to spend time with her. What if your brother kept working on it while you're busy? Suppose he could. I should go. Bye. Okay, so that worked out well. We talked to our mom, and the mom was like, we don't need the package. How's everything at school since the stuff with the math test? It's been an absolute nightmare. Now my parents know about it. But I made sure Mrs. Martin didn't think it was her fault. Whatever you did wasn't good enough. My parents are convinced I've done something wrong anyway. I did my best, Catherine. I'm sorry. I can't believe them. They totally flipped. I've always been happy with my grades before. I didn't think they cared how I got them. Now all of a sudden it's a big deal that I cheated on one measly test or something. I guess they have a point. You can't always cheat your way through everything. Now you sound just like them too. Why is everyone on my back? I'm going. Okay. Oh, gross, Connor. Don't say that. Small talk? Okay, that wasn't helpful. How are things at school? It's been a struggle, but Keith's been a big help. I did apologize for that prank. Not just that, I don't know what it is about the school, but it's like nobody wants you to be any good at anything. Yeah, I know. I've just learned to keep my head down. I hate it. I've always tried my best at everything, and it wasn't until I got here that I felt bad about it. But what can you do about it? He says I should just let it go, not worry what people say. He thinks I don't really know how to relax. He's probably right. Easier said than done. I can't just switch off my feelings. It's who I am. God, Anne is amazing. Why can't we be Anne? Why can't we be Anne? Okay, I don't have anything more to talk about with him. Keith. Decided you do care now. Have you not heard about this? I was surprised you didn't know. You're usually the first one to come to me with gossip. It's weird when I hear it from someone else. I don't care. I don't even want to hear about it. Why are you acting so weird about this? What's up with you lately? I'm not. It's fine. Whatever. First you don't want to hear about it, and then you do, now you don't. Does it even matter? It's nothing to do with me. I suppose it doesn't exactly matter. I just didn't think you'd react like this. Everyone's talking about it. It's normal. Yeah, thanks for warning me. Wasn't that... Never mind, forget I said anything.
I was pretty upset about what happened with Keith. I knew he didn't like
There
me,
we go.
I liked him, but it still hurt to think about it.
God, get over yourself. Okay, that didn't... Oh, hey! It did! We're done. Cool.
The Burning Heart. They called him the Amazing Randolph, but no one at the carnival knew his real name. His tricks earned him the title of wizard, though in truth he was an alchemist. He knew how to change one thing into another. A pocket watch into golden glitter, water into wine. On stage he would astound. In private he answered personal requests. Most people came to him seeking their fortune and left disappointed by the limits of his powers. A woman came to him, wanting to make her love for another disappear. He told her he could only transform it. She accepted. The pain of longing had been unbearable. The alchemist had taken it from her and given her fire instead. Soon everything she touched lit with a blaze. As she watched those around her scream in torment, she just smiled. It didn't hurt her anymore.
What the fuck?
She found a new role at the carnival as the girl who danced with fire. People knew to keep their distance now, lest they feel the pain of her embrace.
What was that? What was that? What? Does that even have to do with anything? I'm so confused. Come with me to church. Okay, our mom's trying to explain something awful and nothing's... Wow, what? So I think what's happening is there's a memory we're trying to avoid, and that's why the like weird scribble thing keeps coming up. It's not that about, it's about Grandma. Today's the anniversary of her death, probably. Now you don't like going to visit her, but it's important to me.
Mum wanted me to visit Grandma's grave and say a few words about how I felt.
Okay, what about Dad? Just be doing okay? Do you think maybe you get... Oh, okay, so they had a big fight about them. So what, is the question whether or not our mom is gonna get a divorce? Is it definitely because she cheated on our father with the park guy? Because that's definitely what it is. You're totally right, 2H. About school. I guess I'm not going to school anymore. And I'm fighting with my mom a lot. Hey. Mom says I don't have to go to school for a while. Alright, for some, isn't it? Don't you ever go on holiday? Yeah, I've gone away a couple of times. I try not to, though. Somebody has to keep this place looking nice. Trust me, I'm not so old I can't remember what it was like. But when you're older, you'll be thankful for what you learned at school. Thanks, dude. Thanks for screwing up my life by screwing my mom. Wait, where's the church then? Oh, to the graveyard? Hi, Trevor. How are you doing? Could be worse. Do you really care what the answer is? Does it actually matter to you? Well, I asked, didn't I? Sure, well, that's what people do, isn't it? Constantly ask each other how we're all doing, but we don't really care about the response. You don't think I care about the answer, why do you think I bothered asking? I think you're just making small talk until you can bring up your own problems. Everyone's like that. That's so unfair. We're all too wrapped up in our own problems to remember that everyone else around us has lives too. Sorry I asked. Yeah, I'm sorry too, actually. I know that was harsh. What's up with you? Nothing. Don't you think it's strange how we interact? Not just you and I, but all of us. I guess? Mom wants me to speak at my grandma's grave today. What are you gonna say? I don't know, it's hard. Wouldn't spend it too much. It hardly matters, really. Doesn't mean anything, it's just sentiment. That's such a mean thing to say. He's not wrong, though. Your grandma doesn't care what you say. She won't even know what you said. Why bother? I don't know, but for some reason it's important to Mum that I do it. Exactly, pure sentiment. No reason or rhyme to it. Not very helpful, you know. I'm just saying, no matter how much you've got yourself worked up about having to do it, it probably won't be anywhere near as bad when you come to do it. Thanks, I guess. How's the comic? Feeling a lot better about it right now. Glad to hear you're getting somewhere. It just never felt good enough. Everything I wrote seemed obvious and predictable. I couldn't get past that. You're feeling better now, right? How'd you get over it? Hey, sir. I just stopped caring. You serious? Yeah, it's the best thing I've ever done. I've wasted too much of my life worrying about what other people think. I guess that's good, but you make it sound so, I don't know, negative. It's for the best. I don't care if people hate this comic. I don't even care if I hate it. I just want to finish it. I don't care anyone likes it. Who are you making it for? Nobody really. I just have to make it. Even if it means nothing to anyone. I just need to get all this stuff out of my head and onto paper. Sounds like it's something you need to do for yourself, even if you don't like what you make. I guess so. Even though I'm not happy with it, I still feel like I need to get it out there. You can do it. Just keep trying. Man, our interactions with Trevor are the only nice thing we've done. Oh, we've looped. Wait, where's our grandma, though? Been a bit of a crazy ride since I hooked up with Anne. That's not what hooked up means. It's been really nice. She's my first girlfriend, so I didn't really know what to expect. But Anne hasn't had a boyfriend before either. We're figuring out the whole thing together. But it all works out. Anne's a nice girl. Yeah, I mean, she can be pretty shy, but it's getting better. Glad she's found someone who will help her come out of her shell. How's your stupid bike? I had this big fight with my brother. Haven't been working on it with everything else. Be supportive. Since my dad died, we've been inseparable, always together. He's worried about losing me. Do you have any advice for me? You really helped me the other day. That's something you and your brother need to work out between the two of you. It's the anniversary of my grandmother's death today. Oh, how are you holding up? I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I wasn't that close to her. I just, like, with this woman, like, with this girl, I just, like, you know, like, it's just, like, she's, like, it doesn't bother you at all? I don't know. I suppose it should, but it doesn't. Not really. I know that sounds terrible. Nah, I'm not gonna judge you. I didn't know her. I'm off. Hi, Catherine. How are things? Leia Bear, thank you for following and enjoy your apprenticeship. I am so good with words, it's like I'm a writer. Golan, it's not that I'm upset that she felt nothing about her grandma. It's that she goes to someone, she's like, hey, my grandmother's death is today, and he, like, gets, that's, like, an emotional thing. He's like, oh, no, I'm really worried about you. And she's like, yeah, well, I don't really care. And I'm like, why did you make him worried then? I don't know. That just seems dumb to me. Yeah. That fatigue, the like chronic fatigue was kicking in at the same time as I was trying to transition my schedule to wake up at 7 a.m. And it's like, it's so annoying right now because like, I just slept for 5 hours, so I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep, but I feel exhausted. And it's so annoying that this happens, is all I'm gonna say. If you don't care, why did you bring it up kind of thing? Yeah, I mean, it's just like, she doesn't seem that close to Keith, and it's just like, why would you just like verbal diarrhea that out at people? And like, I don't know, it seems like if you don't care, then don't make someone sad for no reason, I guess? It can just as easily be undone. The fact that it happened at all is totally your fault. So typical of you to act so selfish about this when I'm the one suffering because of your actions. I'm not going to be around much today. My mom wants me to speak at my grandma's grave. Ugh, that's so morbid. I don't really want to do it. Or even telling me about it. Nobody wants to talk about stuff like that. I mean, we're friends, right? Yeah, exactly. Don't dump gross stuff like that on your friends. Wow, would it kill you to have some sympathy for someone else for a change? Whatever, I'm way sympathetic, just don't tell me stuff like that. Why are we friends with her? Mrs. Martin called my parents in to see her yesterday, but they won't tell me why. Maybe it's about the test? They already knew we had to retake it, so why would it be a big deal all of a sudden? Your parents haven't been called in. I have enough going on with my life that my parents have to deal with. This is nothing. Don't you understand? I never get in trouble for this kind of thing. Maybe you'll learn something for a change then. You don't get it. I can't afford to be in trouble at school. Why? Getting caught has never bothered you before. As long as my parents think I do well at school, they let me do whatever I want. But now they're on my case. Not just about this, but about everything. So what? They'll forget about it in a week. No, they won't. They're super strict. They've cut off my pocket money. They won't let me go out. I had no idea your parents were like that. They're making my life a living hell now. Come on, it's not that bad. Easy for you to say. I know you're going through stuff right now or whatever, but this is my life and it sucks. God, you're such an asshole. Would it kill you to die? Yeah. Hello, Anne. How have you been? Things have been kinda great. He's just, I don't know, I've never had anyone make me this happy before. I'm glad you're happy with him. Everything at school was starting to get me down before. I don't think Catherine knows how miserable she was making me. Was it really that bad? Yeah, it really was. But it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care what she says. She can't hurt me right now. Glad things are working out for someone around here. Sorry, here I am rambling on about how great things are when I know you're having a tough time. Don't worry about me, I'll get through it. Be happy for yourself, don't let me bring you down. I guess. Thanks, I'll try.
I was happier than I'd ever seen her. She had no idea how bad that made me feel, but I knew it wasn't her fault.
Yeah. I've never met my grandparents. My dad's relatives all lived in Australia. I feel you, Anne. I feel you. I don't have any... I'm not in contact with my grandparents on my dad's side. My grandparents on my mom's side are in Germany. I don't really know what the whole grandparent thing is like. I'm not sure I do either. My grandma was a little strange. Bye, I guess. Do I have to talk to you? Grandma? One more thing on the pile? Yeah. Try and remember you don't have to shoulder it all yourself. And we're taking time off at school. Don't worry about it. Bye. Okay, where's our father? Hello? What do you want now? How are you? Fine, I suppose. You don't sound fine. Do you really care how I feel about anything? Didn't I just ask you? I'm just fed up, alright? I want to be there for you. You're my best friend, but I can't take anymore. Fed up with me? I know things have been bad for you recently, but you've been a terrible friend. It's like I don't even know you anymore. That's not fair. You've just been so selfish. I know you've got things to deal with, but everyone else does too. Sorry, I know I've been pretty wrapped up in my own head lately. It's just been too much for me. You apologized before, but things don't change. What's the point in saying sorry if you're gonna carry on doing it? What do you want me to say? Nothing you can say, not at this point. What do you mean, Elena? Nothing. Look, I just need time to think about things. Are we breaking up? I don't expect anything from you anymore. That's the problem. You used to be someone I could rely on. I used to think the same about you. No, to you I was just someone you could pick up and use whenever you felt like it. Come on, Elena, that's hardly the way things were. Maybe it doesn't seem that way to you, but it does to me. So now what? I don't know.
I hadn't realised how bad things had gotten between me and Eleanor. I never expected her to stand up to me like that.
I never expected her to stand up to me like that is exactly the kind of thing you say when you have someone that you've been treating poorly the entire time. Right? It's not, I never expected her to get mad at me because saying that means you know that you're doing something wrong and you just thought the person was gonna take it. Fuck you. Thank you, Colin. God, why? We are the worst. I never expected her to have self-respect. Yeah. Wow, crazy. Hey, do you know where our father is? Thank you for returning the snow globe. We haven't had any more incidents. I accept your apology. It's just shaken me up a little, I'm afraid.
I wanted things to go back to the way they were with Henry. It was a stupid mistake. I lost his trust and his friendship.
It's not a mistake, girl. You definitely, like, you made that decision. Don't be like, oh, it was a mistake. My hand accidentally grabbed the snow globe, took it with me, took it home, and hid it somewhere. What? No. Shut up. Yes, that's fine. Just please don't touch anything. Do you know where my father is? Okay, the drunk's still drunk. You, okay, I can't talk to you. Not going into the post office. Like, where am I supposed to go? Oh my god, really? Okay. Oh, bye, Mom. Not yet. Go inside the church and talk to this black guy. Hello, my child. I don't normally come in here. This is a messy church. Oh, well, you must know you're always welcome. Yeah, my grandmother used to tell me if anything bad ever happened, I should come here, that it's a safe place. Is that why you're here now? Has something bad happened? No, maybe. It's not why I'm here right now, though. Want to talk about it? I'm always happy to lend an ear. Not really, but, thanks. I understand. Perhaps instead you could tell me why you don't normally visit the church. No reason. Don't be too quick to disregard your gut feeling. It's always worth taking the time to try and understand why we do the things we do. I didn't mean to be dismissive. No, I understand. This is a place of introspection, where people come to face the things in their lives that seem without reason. I don't really understand. That's okay. You're young and have so much to learn. Better to acknowledge your limits than pretend you know more than you do. I hate when people call me young. They treat me like I'm not mature enough to understand anything, so they lie to me. Or just don't tell me anything at all. I know it's hard to believe, but even the oldest of us were young once upon a time. Feels like people forget about being young as soon as they grow up. They're so inconsiderate! On the contrary, I think much of it comes from remembering the joy of childhood. They want to protect you from the real world, the one they have to live in, so you can hold on to your childhood for as long as possible. You're half his size? It doesn't feel like there's much joy in childhood to me. Sorry to hear you say that, but I know better than to pry when you say you don't want to talk about it. Instead, let me ask you a question. Are you a believer? Dunno. I don't know anything about this girl. I haven't really given it a lot of thought. I just used to believe. Ah, so there is still some faith in your heart. You've faced hardships that have tested it, that's all. I mean, if God cares about us, why would he let all these bad things happen to us? Yeah. God can't exist if bad things happen in the world. Some of my brothers believed God tests us, but I like to think our day-to-day struggles are not something he controls. They're merely a small part of the gift he gave us. What gift? Life, of course. He gave us life and a world in which to live. It may not always be easy, but I am thankful for the chance to be here and to meet people like you. But couldn't he do something about all the horrible things that happen? Perhaps he could, but is that his place? If he did intervene, would we truly have free will? He would be living our lives for us. I'm sorry for your loss. Was it very recent? No, it was a few years ago. My mother just wants me to say something. Contemplation is important, even if it's something you'd rather not think about. Perhaps even more so then. I suppose. I don't want to forget her. Exactly. It's important to reflect on those we hold dear, even when they have passed on. It's just, I feel like... What is it? Like I'm a fraud. When I was really young, my grandma seemed so nice and generous. I used to love visiting her. Yeah, it was like she was just angry all the time. My parents had to force me to go see her. So it's guilt you feel, is it? You feel bad because you didn't like her and now she's gone. It's more complicated than that. I don't feel bad because she's gone or because I miss her. I feel bad because I don't. Oh, child. I'm sure she was dear to you once upon a time, even if things changed as the years progressed. It's just like everyone expects me to be upset and I'm not. I'm not sure I ever will be. Does that make me a bad person? The mere fact that you are here asking me that question tells me you're not a bad person. And what should I do? You must be honest with yourself, even if it's not as easy as it sounds. But I am being honest with myself, that's why I feel upset. You're honest about your feelings, but perhaps not about why you feel that way. You need to search inside yourself for the reason, the truth about why you stopped loving her. Guess I hadn't really thought about why, I just did. Most people don't examine the reasons for their feelings. The feelings themselves are often so strong they blind us to their root cause. If I can, though, if I can figure out why I feel like this, what then? And you must ask yourself, can you forgive her? We are none of us without flaw, and we all need forgiveness at some point in our lives.
Talking to the priest confused me even more than I was already. But it made me realise how guilty I felt that my grandmother's death didn't bother me as much as people expected.
I have to go now. Goodbye, priest. Not yet, haven't seen her face. Let me see something. Oh, cool. There's only 5 days, so we only have 1 day left after this. Hi, ma'am. Wait, what happens if I just keep going past? Where my dad is? Yeah, it is. Hi, Dad. Grandma's dead. It is? Sorry, honey, I've had so many other things to worry about lately. Mom wants me to say something at her grave. Of course she does. Your mother was always sentimental like that. I mean, I think I understand. I don't want to forget Gran. I suppose so. She was your grandmother. It's good that you care about her. Don't know what I should say. Can you give me any ideas? Hey, Brazen. Not really. I'm not really the right person to ask. Things were difficult between her and I. Yeah, you used to fight a lot. Mom would get upset about it. I was never good enough for her daughter. It's as simple as that. Well, I mean, looking at your house and how messy it is. Cigarettes, beer. It's not clean. She didn't have to. It was obvious in the way she talked to me, even the way she looked at me. Remember when she seemed so nice? When you were little, yes, she softened up for a while, but it didn't take long for her to go back to her old ways. I don't know, maybe I don't know. So she was always that way? I mean, before I was born, I thought she just got like that towards the end. She was like that as far back as I can remember. Your mother told me that she never quite got over losing William. It twisted her. She was so horrible, why did we have to keep seeing her? She was family. Look, forget what I said. I should never have gotten into it on today of all days. She was still your grandmother, and however it may have seemed, she loved you. It's just that now she's gone, I don't feel anything for her at all. I feel like I should. Everyone else does. It's okay to not know how you feel. You didn't know her that well, and when you really think about it, you should just try and focus on the good times you had.
I talked to Dad about Gran. It made me realise I just don't feel anything towards her anymore. Maybe it's cold of me to say I'm indifferent about her, but that's the truth.
Have you talked to Mum much? Yeah, we've had to talk a lot, what with everything. It's hard not having us be a proper family in the middle of all this. I thought when you left you said it would only be for a little while. You said you needed time apart. Yeah, I meant what I said, but it's been a while now. I don't know if I can just go back to being the way we were before. Yeah, we'll play until the end of this game. But I need you. It's horrible at home without you. Don't be like that. Your mother loves you. She's doing her best to support you. Then why did you leave? For what happened with John, I just couldn't forgive her. I wanted to, but seeing her every day made that more difficult. Thought it would be easier to forgive her if you didn't see her every day? I thought if you loved someone, you could forgive them for anything. I thought so too, but love is a complicated thing. I couldn't do both, so in the end I had to pick one or the other. I've forgiven your mother, but I can't love her anymore. How can you say that about Mum? That's horrible. We have to be honest about these things, honey. We'd all have been a lot happier if we'd been honest with ourselves sooner. I don't want to lose you, Dad. Don't be silly. You're not going to lose me. I may not be living with you anymore, but I'm still here. You can still see me whenever you want. But what if you get a new family? Then you won't need us anymore. Didn't do that to you. Parents who break up, they move on, hun. In fact, I've been seeing someone recently, but it doesn't change how I feel about you. Oh my god! Dude! Hell! Even if you're seeing someone, you guys aren't even, one, officially divorced, two, give your child time to acclimate to you being apart before you start seeing other people. God, I feel very strongly about this. It kind of hits close to home. You've got a new girlfriend? I wouldn't call her my girlfriend yet. It's still early. But her name is Rachel, and we've been spending some time together recently.
I'd always hoped Dad and Mum would fix things and get back together. I was shocked to realise neither of them were even trying.
What happened with John? Please don't ask me about that. I shouldn't have even mentioned it. It's not any of my business anymore. Does it have something to do with him not visiting anymore? He doesn't? Well, I wouldn't know anything about it. What your mother does is up to her. But what happened? Ask your mother, not me. I think you'd be better off to let the subject drop.
Dad let slip that John was involved in his breakup with Mum, but he didn't seem to want to tell me why.
Girl, you can put two and two together. You're smart. Who's Rachel? We know each other through work. We've been out for drinks a couple times. Haven't you said anything? Wanted to be sure. I didn't want to say anything if it wasn't going anywhere. I think it could. Would you be upset about that? Yeah. Feels like you're replacing Mom with someone else before you've even tried to work things out with her. Sorry, maybe I should have said something earlier or waited until later to tell you about it. I don't know what to think. I hope you'll understand eventually. You'd like her if you give her a chance. I'd love for you to know one another, but I know you've got enough to deal with right now. Dude, seriously. I understand. You should talk to your mother too. Neither of us can expect her to stay on her own forever.
I haven't even met this Rachel, and Dad was already dating her. I'm not sure I'm ready for him to be seeing someone new.
I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, honestly. Are you liking the flat? It's not much to look at. It's only temporary. Will you come back home eventually? No. I'll find a new place. A house with a room for you, of course. Won't that be great? Most kids don't get two houses. Sure. That would be nice. Can I choose the color of my room? That's the spirit. Of course you can. Bye, Dad. Hi, Mom. Wanted me to say something at Grandma's grave. It would mean a lot to me if you did. Say whatever you want to say. You don't have to say anything at all if you don't want to. Wasn't always that nice to me. I know she became difficult towards the end. She did care about you even if she didn't always show it. Look, I'm not asking you to say anything that's not true or pretend that things were better. I just want you to be honest with yourself and your feelings. I'm not going to listen. Whatever you have to say is just between you and her.
I don't know why it took me so long to decide what I wanted to say.
Oh! No, we're not going to tell our mom about Rachel? Hell! Jeez. Hi, Grandma. I didn't want to come and talk to you, but it's important to Mom that I do. Yes. I guess I'm old enough to be honest with you now. I found it really hard to think of what I wanted to say here. Not all of my memories of you are fond or happy. You used to be so nice. Wish I understood better what happened to change that. I guess I was too young to understand that you had your own life and your own problems. I had no idea what you were going through. I remember the first time I got properly in trouble at school. Mom and Dad were both busy at work, so they called you. I'd never forget it. The way you marched in and took my side, told them that you didn't care what they said I'd done, that I was a good girl. No one had ever stood up for me before. I felt bad because really the fight had been my fault, but you didn't seem to mind. What do you guys think? Should we be truthful? Should we lie? Should we say nothing? I'm leaving this one up to you. No words? If it were me, I would say harsh truths, but... Truth? Truth? Truth. 3 truths. 3 truths, 1 no words, and no gentle lies. So truth it is. So many great memories, but they're not the ones that come to mind when I think of you. I don't want to remember you as a cruel person, but that's what comes to mind when I think of you. Grandma who cared for me feels like a half-remembered dream compared to the one I remember clearly, the one I was scared of. Ever since you died, It's like everyone keeps telling me how sorry they are, how hard it must be for me. Do we get to choose? I don't know. Let's, I don't know. Hey, Len. I'll go, love. I don't know what this decision really means. Despite everything, I still cared about you. What makes this hard, though, is that I don't feel bad you're gone. I feel bad because your death hasn't been hard for me. Everyone acts like it should be, and it's not. It's like there's something wrong with me because losing my grandmother doesn't hurt. Makes me worry about what kind of person I am. Am I always going to be like this? I know it's selfish, it's unfair, I wanted to be honest with you now, even if I wasn't before. I hope wherever you are, you're happier now, and I hope you can forgive me.
When I spoke at her grave, I tried to tell Gran what I really felt. But I'm not sure if there was any point in doing it. Maybe in the end, it was for my sake and not for hers.
This game is about trying to make this evil child a better person. I did it. I said something. Good girl. It's really important to me. I know you didn't always see eye to eye with Grandma, but she was my mother. You miss her? Of course I do, more than I could ever put into words. I'm sorry. Be sorry, honey. It's not your fault. Life can seem cruel sometimes, I know. We're not telling our mother that our father is seeing somebody else now. Why would we do that? That would be stupid. Are we not done? Oh, we're not done yet. Okay. What else do we gotta do? Oh, we gotta go talk to John, don't we? Hey, you cheated on my... Yeah. I was talking to my dad. Got a new girlfriend. Don't know how I feel about it. Wrong to feel bad about it? Not at all. He's got to know bringing someone new into your life isn't something that's easy to accept. I'd wager the reason he told you is he's looking for your permission. My parents never asked my opinion on anything. They didn't ask my permission to break up. I'm sure it looks that way, but they care about what you think. Nobody thinks this is easy for you right now. Sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned it. This thing with your dad, you should try and see it from his point of view. Forget about how it might affect you for a moment. Your dad's not that old. He's got his whole life ahead of him to figure out. He just wants you to let him try. He'll do what he wants to do anyway, no matter what I say. I think you'd be surprised. If you pushed him about it, he'd probably stop seeing her, but surely that's not what you really want.
John told me my dad was looking for my permission to date Rachel. I found it hard to believe Dad cared that much what I thought.
What happened between you and my mother? That's a big question. Mom and Dad wouldn't tell me why they broke up, but I know it had something to do with you. I don't think we should be talking about this. It's not my place to interfere. Especially if your parents don't want to tell you. It's too late for that now. You already did interfere, and we're not a family anymore because of you. I made a mistake, and I wish I could take it back. I'm sorry I hurt you and your parents. Never meant for anything like that to happen. It's not been easy for me either. Why? What happened to you? This is a small town. I didn't just lose the two people who were my closest friends. I lost everyone. This is why I'm planning on leaving in the new year. Sorry, I didn't realize. Fine, I've made my own mess, done enough damage. The least I can do is accept the consequences with good grace. I want things to be the way they were before. We can't always have what we want, and too often things don't stay the way we want them. Listen, perhaps you should speak to your dad about all this. I already did. I'm sure, but this time really listen to what he's saying. Try to think about what he's dealing with before you say anything rash.
We'll never find out exactly what happened with Mum and John, but it seems like it hurt everyone.
Night, Connor. Oh, I think Saturday should be okay, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. I mean, I know you're joking, Brazen, but that's kind of a little... I would prefer if when people are being vulnerable, we don't shove it back in their faces. Oh god, how the hell do I get to my dad's house? Nope. This way. Things would be way easier if everybody's honest with themselves about things. It's really hard to be honest with yourself. It's really hard to know when you're not being honest with yourself, though. Hi, Dad. Oh, okay, I guess we don't need to talk to Dad then. That was pointless. Who do we need to talk to? Do I have to tell my mom about... Oh, come on. Really? Great. Good. Cool. Let's tell our mom about Rachel. You heard about this woman Dad is seeing? He told you about her, did he? They've gone out a few times. Can't say I'm surprised. She always did pay your father a lot of attention. Are you jealous? Not really. A little hurt. Don't you want him back so we can be a family? It's not as simple as that. I know it's hard for you to accept that, but maybe we just weren't meant to be together. You haven't even tried to fix things. We have. I keep telling you we've tried. I know we've not told you everything, but that's because these things are so complicated. Well, whose fault is it then? I blamed myself for a while. When John and I... something happened, it upset your father. That's when all this started. What does John have to do with all this? Forget I mentioned him. It wasn't because of John. I know now I hadn't been happy with your father in a long time. I don't think he had been either. Is this why neither of you want to get back together? You can't fix everything. Sometimes you've got to accept when something is over and you can't have it back. So you're okay with him dating Rachel? Hurts seeing him move on so soon, especially after everything we've been through together. But we both have to move on eventually. Honey, you have to be okay with that.
I was surprised Mum was on Dad's side with this. Neither of them cared about repairing their relationship.
Snitches get stitches. Okay, well, are we done now? Can we leave? Can we move on? Can I go home? Man. I kind of wonder what it would be like to have a stable household. You know? Like some people... Are we still not done? Some people can go back to their childhood home and just, like, be there. It's the same home that they grew up in. I kind of wonder what that's like. Hey, who do I have to talk to end this chapter? Sometimes parents can be adult. It has to do with the maturity of the people going through the thing, I think. That's my assumption, based on what I know. Okay, that was the exact same conversation we had before. Do I talk to you? No, don't talk to you. Okay, what do I talk to the priest? Like, who do I talk to? Do you still have access to it, Negapol? It's not really that I'm attached to any of the houses that I grew up in. I just didn't even have the chance to be attached to them, you know? Like, my friends all say that, like, when they go home to see their families, like, they're like, I mean, partially they're frustrated because it's a little frustrating, but they're also like, oh, I feel so at home here. It's so weird to come back and see everything the same way that it was. It's so weird to like, oh, I can have my family wants to inherit this. We're fighting about which one of us is going to get to inherit the house. And it's like the concept of having a place to go to where everything was the same as it was in your childhood. I can't imagine what kind of mental ease that would give you, even if you weren't aware of it. I can't imagine what it would be like to go home and feel like it feels like home, because it doesn't for me. I'm so sorry, Negapol. See, I've heard of things like that, Zen. Being home from college feels eerie. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing, I don't have any home to go to. Like, I don't even have a room in my parents' houses, so it's like staying in a hotel every time I go home. It's like, I'm like, yeah, sure, this is home. Okay, nothing to say to the priest either. What, am I gonna have to, like, talk to Keith? I don't know, do I talk to my teacher? Okay, don't talk to Keith. What about you, Caroline? You're a little dick. Don't talk to Caroline. Hey, teacher. What? Grandma. Okay, well, I guess we're not talking to her about that. Stop! Ugh. Okay, Anne, is it you? No, it's not Anne. Who do I talk to? Oh, the window's not a problem anymore. Good night, Brazen. I mean, no, that makes total sense, Zen. It makes total sense to me, and like, it's, I don't think it's a bad thing in any way. I don't think any type of life is better or worse than the other. I just really wonder what it would be like to have that in your head, you know? We've been through this, I've apologized. It's not enough. You can't just expect to do this stuff, say sorry, and have everything go back to normal. I never thought you'd stay mad at me this long over something so stupid. Maybe it's stupid to you, but it's a big deal to me. Friends don't do that to one another. You're supposed to be able to trust them. This isn't you. This doesn't even sound like you. Who have you been talking to about all this? You're so selfish you're not even listening. I am listening. I asked you a question. You only want to know because you think people are talking about you behind your back. You know, you've been a real bitch lately. She said you'd react like this if I told you how I really felt. Who did? Heather. Who's Heather? You'd know if you bothered to pay attention to me this past week. She's my friend. You never mentioned her. Yes, I have. You just haven't been listening. I've had a lot of things to worry about this week, Elena. I know. It's okay. I've got Heather to hang out with. Wow. Okay. Are we still not done? I literally don't know who else to talk to. Probably from a host. How do I end this chapter? Ugh. Makes sense, Aaron. Okay, we can't talk to our mom. What, do we go talk to our dad? Like, do we talk to the school teacher? Like, oh, good, finally. I talked to Mom and John, which even though I talked to them before, I came back over here to talk to you about it, and you didn't have anything to say, but now you do after I talked to my friend Elena, which doesn't make any sense, but okay. Thought you said John didn't visit anymore. He doesn't. I went to see him. What did they have to say? They told me you're looking for my approval with the Rachel thing. You want to move on with your life. Not like I'm leaving any of you behind. What about Mom? You've already left her. She's always going to be part of my life, just not in the same way. What about me? That's different. I will love you forever, and no matter what happens with Rachel, it won't change anything between us. You're my daughter, and you always will be. Why do you need Rachel, too? Being alone, it's not good for me, honey. You'll understand one day. I mean, look at this place. I'm barely holding things together. I need a woman to live my life for me. And we'll probably end up getting divorced as well, because having somebody else to live your life for you is kind of awful, because it means they're living two lives, and that's a lot of stress. What? No. And you think Rachel will help you with that? She's been there for me. She's the only thing keeping me together at the moment. Sure, we'll be understanding. Things are really difficult for all of us right now. It's been a great help to have Rachel help me around through this.
I understood that he had to get on with his life. It hurt, but I want him to be happy.
I mean, I understand that I was jumping pretty quick to conclusions, but also it's like, I just have a bone to pick with that kind of thought process. Cool, we're done. We're done. We did it. We did it. Follow the floating papers. Follow them. Follow them. Time to watch a really weird thing.
The Man and the Mirror. Marvin was lonely. His friends had harassed him until he'd agreed to come to the carnival, but he'd rather have been at home. Everywhere he went, it was like he could almost see her, but it was never her. She hadn't been there in a long time.
Hey, Plastic.
He escaped the group as they headed for the roller coaster. His eyes had been caught by something much more mysterious, the Hall of Truth. The old man outside promised that whomever entered would have their truest desires made real before their eyes. Marvin stood in the hall of toy mirrors distorting his shape in unnatural ways and decided this had been a mistake. He tried to leave but found he was lost in an endless maze of mirrors. He was fed up and wanted to go home. Then something in the reflection caught his eye. He was not alone.
Yeah.
Every mirror showed a moment of revelry between him and his friends. So many good times. He wandered the labyrinth of magic mirrors, desperately seeking the right one, where she was still with him. He awoke to sunlight as the carnival was disassembled around him. His night of searching had led to nothing but exhaustion. The old man who ran the store laughed at Marvin. It's hard, isn't it, to face what we truly need when our minds are clouded with things we want? Marvin went home, unsure if it had all been a dream, and even more unsure of what kind of person he had become.
What the Okay. Okay, I'll accept it. I'm very confused about what the carnival things have to do with anything. You really need to go to the hospital today? What's wrong? It might be your last chance. What do you mean? You know you don't like talking about it. Believe me, I don't either, but it's serious now. If you don't go today, what are you talking about? I can't do this anymore. I'm just trying to hold everything together. I want to be strong for you, but I'm falling apart. You've been making it so difficult. Christ, Mom. Not fair. I haven't done anything wrong. Nothing wrong? Breaking windows, cheating on tests, stealing? I've been trying. I thought you understood what this has been like for me. I want to be here for you. I understand why you're lashing out, but it's so selfish. Don't you know this is hard for me too? Sorry, I've been trying to stay out of trouble, but I don't know why. Look, I didn't mean to snap at you. Everyone knows how difficult this is for you, for all of us. What do you want me to do? Please just go to the hospital today. I know you don't want to, but do this for me. I don't want you to regret that you never did.
I had to go to the hospital. I've been putting it off for a while, but I just didn't want to face it.
What? Okay. What? What's happening? Let's just go straight to the hospital. My reading skills? What do you mean? Oh, all of the places are closed because it's the last day. That's nice. Okay. Catherine? Oh, you're here finally. What are you doing here? My mom said I should probably come down here and say something. Say what? I don't know. I mean, like, sorry for your loss or whatever, but I don't know what I can do about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. And listen, I guess I'm kind of sorry about the way I've been lately. For ages, really. I haven't noticed you've been any different. I haven't, but I'm trying to change or something. Is everything okay? That's fine. My parents... Well, it's just, I always thought how I acted was up to me. What are you trying to say? What happened? Just shut up and listen! I've already had to have this talk with like 5 other people. Come on. I know I've caused trouble for everyone at school in some way or another. I didn't really care at the time. But I won't do that anymore. I mean, I'll try not to, no promises. Okay. That's it anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Probably go. I'm sure you'll be fine, so that's like, good, right?
It was no surprise to me that Catherine was utterly clueless. I couldn't blame her. If things had been the other way round, what would I say?
Thank you, Zen. I misread words all the time, but I think people don't see it that much. Mrs. Martin. I don't want you to worry about school for the time being. We all understand this is a difficult time for you. Thanks. I'm sorry I've not been behaving well lately. I don't mean to be that way. It's fine. No one is judging you. Someone your age shouldn't have to face something like that. I wish I wasn't. I know. I'm truly sorry. Believe it or not, I do actually know what you're going through. Really? Why? I shouldn't tell you this, but a few years ago I got pregnant. There was a complication and I lost the baby. It's awful. Are you okay now? I won't lie to you. It's taken a long time for me to come to terms with it, but yes, I'm fine now. You will be too, eventually, even if it doesn't feel like it.
I had no idea Mrs. Martin had lost a child. I don't know why, but it helped to be reminded I'm not the only person to go through something like this.
I'd love for my brain to read fast. Yeah, pronouncing words is really hard, especially when you've lived your whole life just reading and not speaking words. There's certainly a lot you can do to improve your diction. Are you talking about diction like just normal speaking diction? Or are you talking about reading diction as though you were on a stage? Because, man, back when I taught an experimental theater workshop, I got so much practice about how to make my diction properly pronounceable. So much practice, because we didn't have microphones. And we had to be heard by the whole room. Hi, Anne. Are you gonna be okay? I don't know, I guess so. Sorry, I've never really had anything like this happen to me. I don't know what to say. I understand. No one wants to talk about it. No one knows what to say. I mean, I guess we don't have to make things worse. Nothing anyone could say could make this worse. Suppose not.
Anne wanted to help, but she couldn't. No one could. It was long past the point where anyone could.
Hi, Keith. I'm sorry. Everyone seems to be sorry, but I'm not even sure what that means anymore. We just want you to know you're not alone in this. I appreciate the sentiment, but honestly, I am alone. Trust me, I know how it feels. When I lost my dad, it just hurt so much. People wanted to help, but I didn't know how to let them. I know you're trying, but even knowing that, it just doesn't help me. I can't stand all the sympathy. Sorry you feel like that. I really do appreciate everything you've done for me. I just wish there was a way I could do the same for you. Don't, please. Just not right now. Sorry, I'll leave you alone.
He means well, but he just makes me feel even worse about everything.
Help you? Yeah, my mother told me I had to come today. Just head straight through. How is she? Is your mom not coming with you? It might be best if we all discussed it together. No, she never tells me anything anyway. I'm just not sure we should talk without your mother present. I need to know? Alright, since your mother sent you here, I suppose I should tell you. So, how is she? Right now, she's the most critical patient in the hospital. What's wrong with her? She has a bad infection. Her lungs have been filling with fluid, and she's having trouble breathing on her own. What are you doing to fix it? You are fixing it, right? We've got her on a respirator to take the pressure off her lungs for now, but we're still waiting on tests so that we know for sure what the infection is. She's on general antibiotics at the moment, but we won't know what course of drugs to give her until we get the results back. Going to get better, though, isn't she? I can't really say one way or the other, but we're doing everything we can. You need to understand, even if she does recover, she's not going to be exactly like she was before. She will need a lot of help. I'd do anything to help her. I'm sure you would. I'm sorry I couldn't give you better news, but it's part of the job. I can only give you the facts as much as I might like to dress them up. Okay, I'm glad you were honest with me. Adults never are, not even with each other. I feel like anyone ever tells the truth.
I wanted the nurse to tell me everything was going to be fine, but I appreciated her honesty. Everyone is always too worried about upsetting me to simply tell me the truth.
So oh god. I'm guessing our sister is... Dad? I can't. Are you okay? I wasn't there. I should have been there. Please, Dad, you're scaring me. Sorry for this, for everything. Not your fault, Dad. Of course it is. She was our responsibility. We're to blame for this. Don't be like this. You know you couldn't have changed anything. If I'd been there, maybe it would have turned out differently. Snap out of this, Dad. I need you. Sorry. I've not been there for you, for either of you. Done your best. Wasn't enough. You'd go in. You should see her.
I never thought I'd see my father like this. He'd always been so strong in spite of everything. To see him so broken was a shock.
You sure you two are okay? Yes, yes, we're. Nothing hit us. My God, what am I gonna do? They're gonna take good care of her. You could ride with them in the ambulance, but I'd recommend you take your other daughter home first. I can't lose her. She means everything to me. I thought these things were supposed to be safe. Oh, shit. Yes, please, ma'am, just take your daughter to the hospital and then head home and then head to the hospital. They will do everything they can.
The carnival was like a dream. It was all too much to process. I couldn't accept that any of it was really happening. That day at the carnival was like a dream. It was all too much to process. I couldn't accept that any of it was really happening.
Jesus.
Oh
my God.
They called her Lady Grace, but in truth, she was the big boss. Nothing happened at the carnival without her approval. When she inherited the carnival from her father, it already had a grand reputation. Under her leadership, it would become so much more. She demanded that everyone who walked through the gates would find something that would amaze, excite, or delight them. There had been a few accidents, but nothing serious. She managed every aspect of maintenance carefully and fired anyone who didn't. She was always calm and decisive. No matter how bad things got, she always had a plan to fix whatever problems arose. Until the day the big wheel fell. Only one cart had come loose, and later she was told the damage was so subtle it would have been impossible to spot beforehand. However, that cart had been occupied. A young girl had ridden alone while her mother and sister waited at the bottom. To any other carnival, a single blameless death might not have been the end. However, their renown worked against them. Soon all their bookings were being cancelled, and it hit everyone hard, especially Lady Grace. She gathered everyone together for one final meal, to remember the good times, to celebrate what they had achieved, to say goodbye.
Well, that definitely doesn't help me with my fear of Ferris wheels. I hate Ferris wheels. Oh. Oh, okay.
What's written on the pages of my journal is not a chronicle of my life. None of these moments really happened like this, but this is how I remember them now. Looking back at my childhood, it's hard to understand why I said the things I did. I didn't understand how they would affect the people around me. Every choice I remember opens a door to a different world, a dream of how things might have been if I'd made better choices, been a better person. When I tore out those pages, I thought I could write a new story, a second chance when I'd lost all hope, a better history than the one that actually happened. In this new reality, we'd still be together, but eventually, I had to wake up. This is the day my sister died.
I'm sorry I haven't been to visit in a while. I wanted to be strong like you. I wanted to sit by your bed until you were better. I'm not strong, though. Seeing you like this, it's too much for me. When it happened, it was like the whole thing was just a dream. I didn't know what to think. Didn't believe it was real. Mom didn't want to let me see you at first. I was so scared nobody would tell me what was happening. When I first saw you lying here, I thought everything would be fine. You looked fine. I just tried to convince myself that you were going to get better. That's what people do in hospitals, right? One day they tell me you'd improved, but the next they tell me you were worse again. Eventually, I asked Mom to stop telling me how you were. Stop coming to see you. I'm sorry. It was selfish, and I don't like how it made me feel. Now they don't want to say it, but they're losing you. You're going to be gone soon. Feels like you've already been gone for a while. Like my sister died at the carnival, and this is just a body that's been hanging around ever since. I've been lying to myself every day, tricking myself into thinking my life could just go on as if nothing was happening. Easy. Nobody else wants to talk about you either. If I mention you, they barely respond or just change the subject. They're all carrying on like normal, but I'm falling apart. They say they've been here for me, but they don't mean it. I feel so alone in all this. You're the only person I could ever talk to about stuff like this, and now you're... Mom sent me here so I could say goodbye, but I can't.
See you around, sis. See you around, sis.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry I lied to you. I didn't tell you about her. About how amazing she was. I should have used our time together to explain to you just how caring and generous she was. I'm not saying she was perfect, but she was a better person than I could ever be. She made me who I am, and by pretending she didn't exist, I've betrayed her. I'm still selfish. I built a dream world for myself, a place where I only had to worry about my own problems and forgot about everyone else's. Maybe I've not changed that much since I was a kid. I could have said thousands of words about her, and you'd still not know her like I did. You'd never understand what she meant to me, or why. I want to tell you that I think about her every day, but that wouldn't be true either. Some days it's easier to just focus on what's in front of me than remember the sadness eating away at me. I want to tell you that the memories I have of her are of the good times we shared, but remembering her face brings me pain. It reminds me how empty, how alone I feel without her. I want to tell you that it's become easier over time. Maybe it has, but every time I wake up from dreams about her, it's like losing her all over again. She would be so proud to see how far I've come. I couldn't have done it without her. I hate that she couldn't see what she gave me. I know I'm not special. We all lose people, and although I'd lost people before, losing her hurt me in a way I can't put into words. Many of our struggles in life make us stronger, but this broke me down. It gave me wounds that might never heal, scars that might never fade. I'm a weaker person now. Maybe that's how it should be. I wish I had some final, clever thought to end with. One that might make you understand what all this was about. But all I have is me. A broken, messed up person, trying to struggle through a life that doesn't make sense. That's just who I am.
Did this really happen? Did this really happen? I want to know if this really happened. And there's apparently a secret true ending. Damn. I don't think that this is based on a real story. Which is amazing, because at the end, that monologue at the end felt very, very, very real. That's some really good writing. Wow. Wow. Jesus Christ. Damn. Okay. I mean, I won't say what happened because that definitely would spoil the whole game. Because this is the end of the game. Oof. Yeah, that end monologue did make up for everything. I don't know, it's like... There are a lot of times when I feel like I am being too harsh on people. And this whole time we were looking at this little girl and being like, you should be a better person. And the thing is, I don't know whether knowing about what she was going through changes my opinion of that, and I'm not sure whether that makes me a bad person or not. I have like a lot of I'm having like a lot of emotions about what she went through, and that's not fair, and it's like really hard, and it's a tragedy, and it's awful. And like I understand not knowing how to cope with that. I don't know. I don't know. So this game has a secret ending. I don't think that we got it. If you guys are interested in playing it, it's called Journal. You can try to achieve the secret ending yourself. I really don't know how you would do that, but... Oh. Body Electric, thank you for following and enjoy your apprenticeship. You don't always know a person's situation. My problem is I don't know whether knowing her situation changes my opinion. I think what it would have changed is how I talked about her. I would have been a lot more sympathetic in talking about her. I don't think that I feel any differently towards any of the things that she did. I feel like a lot more sympathy and pity and empathy. Maybe not empathy. I feel a lot more sympathy and pity for what she went through. I think it's not fair. I think it's really stupid and poopy and the world sucks, but I don't think that I look at it and I'm like, wow, I forgive this, like, her being a jerk was totally justified. Like, I don't think that the awful things that she did to those people were justified, and yeah, you're right, plastic. And I think that's probably what everyone else in the game was experiencing. Like, the old man was like, I mean, yeah, I get it, but also, like, we can't feel the same way. Like, she says, I know things won't be the same between us anymore. And that was the case for all of the people, even though they all knew what she was going through. None of them were like, well, yeah, I just have to deal with how poopy you're being to me because you're going through a hard time. And I think, I don't know, I guess maybe that's... That's fair, Lily. I think part of it is that I'm trying to be less compassionate in certain ways, actually, in my real life. Because I think I tend to be so compassionate that I tend to let people behave badly towards me or people I care about because I empathize with their situation, and I don't think that that's actually good for me or them. So, like, I think that's part of it, is that, like, there's part of me inside that wants to feel really bad for her and wants to be like, oh, I understand all of the bad things that you did. It doesn't make you a bad person. But I know a lot of people who've been through similar situations who wouldn't have done everything that she did, and I don't know what that says. I don't know what that says, aside from the fact that I still think she shouldn't have done what she did, and I feel bad for her situation. And maybe that's all that needs to be said. Maybe that's all that it really amounts to, is I don't know. And I don't know, it's shitty, and I still think she did wrong things. And that should be the end of it. We shouldn't draw any larger conclusions from it than that. It was a shorter stream, so if you want to check out the VOD, you can. I just, if you missed the whole game, I don't want to summarize it for you because I feel like streaming games is already very close to spoiling them. And I don't want to ever, I try not to let me streaming story-based games take away from, like, their resellability. So I won't recap it for people who didn't get to see all of it, because if you didn't get to see all of it, you can buy the game for yourself if you want to play it, or you can check out the VOD and then you'll know. She's still a shitty kid. You don't forgive her actions. People should kind of still be respectful to others regardless of the situation. Well, that was a fun game. We learned a lot about the world. Learned a lot about ourselves. You had some feels. So thank you guys for coming out to the stream. I'm really sorry that I overslept. Sorry about that. Would you guys like to share it here? I'm gonna exit out of this because it's got some sad music and we don't need sad music right now. Nope, I'm trying to, yep. We don't need no sad music. Let's go back to Josiah. And would you guys like to share one good thing that happened to you today? No, I'll just power. One good thing that happened to you today, or something you're looking forward to tomorrow? Thanks, guys. Final Fantasy 14 time. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, you got to draw Splatoon things! You slept. Same, Minnie. Same. I got a P.O. box. That's my exciting thing. I did this thing that I needed to do. You ate pizza? Tomorrow I get to have dinner with Zek and Casey. I'm excited about it. Your good thing is that there's still time for a good thing. Oh, that's really sweet, Squid. Wow, nice. You got your marriage license! Oh my god, Zen, that's great! Congratulations! You bought glitter in envelopes? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Warn me so that I can go outside and open it there, or give it to Todd outside of his house. You bought new delicious seafood rolls. Nice. You've been on a run every day for the past 2 weeks? Good job, Max. Dang, congratulations. Your weekend is a very, very big one. Managed to pay all your bills and you still have enough for a plane ticket to PRGE? Nice, Dave. Nice. D&D is tomorrow. Congratulations. So that will be fun. Well, oh my god, are you talking about the Run Zombies Run? Is that what it's called? I used to use that before I had to stop running. It's really cool. Seeing people's nice things is nice. It is nice. That's why we do it. It's a great app. It's a great app for running. It's really cool. It's just a nice song. I'll just end the stream once the song ends. That's adorable, Negapole. Good night, Len. I'm hypnotizing you. You can look forward to finding out. That's the spirit squid. Drowsy. Isn't that like what Drowsy does? He does like a little thing. Thank you, Josiah. I'm gonna buy all of Josiah. Okay. Now for realsies. The Jigglypuff song. Now for realsies, though. Good night, everybody. Sleep well. Thank you for joining me and forgiving my lateness. Bye-bye.